So Blacklist, joined by Arachnid. So go ahead, Arachnid. Say what's up to the people.
Yeah, what's up, people? So, are you saying that you usually have more boxing fans than gamers that watch your channel?
Pretty much.
I mean, why don't they just go out and buy the game?
A lot of them do have the game. Anyway,
I'm, yeah,
I'm gonna do a little bit of co-op missions. I'm assuming. Arachnid's the
yeah.
party leader, so
I think. Uh, I have no idea how to start this. I mean, they set this game up and just, I mean, I'm sure people who play this are at home yelling at the screen like, "Hey, do this!" But it's like, all right, we're here. Fuck, do we have to press? Ah, pressing start, pressing everything. Joinable. Okay, maybe that's doing something. Okay, here we go. You ready?
mm-hmm.
Ah, this game's awesome, but I have to say that the whole concept of inviting people in and they could have fine-tuned that a little bit.
I suppose so. Um, so talk about what made you decide to buy a Splinter Cell.
Uh, what a long story it was. I can't even really go into the details, but I didn't actually buy this game. I just have this game for a couple of days, and I got it along with another game that I needed for a project. But if I tell you what that game is and what that project is, I'll be spoiling things. So, I mean, as awesome as this game is, and I probably will go ahead and buy this game, but I don't actually. Ooh, you can tell I don't own it because of how sloppy I am.
Yeah, shit. Already fucking up. Yeah, I brought this game on release date. What up, Loco? What's good, man?
Oh man,
Welcome to
is
the
that
stream.
let me get in the chat room, talk to some of these people. Is that it? Was that the mission? Because you got detected.
No, it's gonna restart.
I
I
thought
forgot how to
we.
play this.
Yeah, I mean, I've played missions on here and been detected, and they don't care.
It depends on the mission. This is a stealth mission.
Oh, okay. Well, if I would have known that, I probably would have picked something else. All right, I'll get in the chat in a second after we're done here. You remember the button layout?
Yep.
There you go. There's a guy up there on the steps, so be careful walking over there.
Mm-hmm.
If I had some better weapons, I'd probably just snipe him from here. Don't know how you got up there without him seeing you. But all right.
Cause I'm Fight Night.
I mean,
What's good, Red Eye?
actually
Welcome to the stream.
how long did you actually play this game?
I played this game for about a week. I actually really enjoyed playing this game, but I just let Fight Night get the better of me as usual. So
Yeah.
the thing we should aim to do is probably try to shit. How do you do this again?
I mean, there is a door up there we can bust open.
I mean, yeah, but whoever wants to go through the front door. I mean, we could go back downstairs and go through the bottom.
I mean, I don't see anybody in there.
So Arachnid, of course, is gonna make this boring. Wants to go through the front door and everything else.
Oh yeah. Oh, I didn't know Sakuraba was a sponsor tonight.
Sakuraba being a
Yeah.
sponsor. What do you mean?
I see his flag up there on the wall.
Arachnid Plus.
That's a little no, that's a little flag he has in his logo. That must be his little signature.
You got a pillow like that too.
Yeah, that's true. Don't get
Guy
sloppy.
behind the bar. Oh well, good Arachnid, good job. I
Who
told
was
you there was a guy
detected?
behind the
Who
bar.
was detected?
You were
Fight
supposed to
Night
take
Fi-
him out while I get the guy behind there.
Oh my
Arachnid Plus. So it seems like
Oh,
Arachnid's eye hand
we
coordination is a
might
little
have to
bit
pick a
off.
different mission because you blew the last two missions.
All right, so you know what? Since I'm telling you, like there's a guy behind the bar, take him out. Wouldn't that be the thing to do? Would be to take him out?
I didn't see any bar. I saw a piano. What are you talking
There's a
about? What
piano, and
bar?
then there was a bar on the left hand side.
Oh, I'm living in the real world, man. This imaginary stuff you're seeing.
Right. Okay.
Man, that was. Yeah, they're giving you some of these. Come on. What is this guy, blind? You're right there in the light. Yeah, this thing's over. I mean, you got too confident when you saw how stupid the guy was. Come on, let's try to find a different mission or something.
No, I could easily do this one.
Oh my god.
Since you want to do it the OD secret agent self way, then I mean I guess we can do it that way. Even though I want to do it. Fight Night, give Sharon a shout out. She doesn't believe this is live. Okay. A shout out to local P4's 20 wife Sharon. This is a live stream, so if he types something, I can see it. If you type something or say something, I can see it as well. I'm sure Arachnid will give a shout out and come up with some imaginary story like he did last week.
I'm trying to get into this chat room.
What you know about that, Arachnid?
I'm doing a million things here and still not getting caught. Come on, man. I mean, dude, is your girlfriend there? Maybe I can play this game with her.
Oh my God, Arachnid, please. Since okay, all right, Arachnid, all right.
I mean, do you want to make some excuses and tell them how you haven't played this in a while or something?
Comments lag a bit in stream local. Yeah, it takes a while for me to see comments, but when I do see them, I respond to them immediately. Arachnid's getting fed up with the fact that I'm getting caught on purpose, so I guess we'll play right now.
We got two guys next to each other, so you might want to.
How you bring up inventory again?
The up button, I think. You hold up the directional button.
Oh yeah, that.
Man, the guy's lucky he moved, because I was about to pull out some really stealthy stuff right there.
Mm-hmm, sure.
You don't even know about that.
Okay, Arachnid, we believe you.
About to bring out the smoke grenades.
So we got this guy right here, over there, just doing what he do. Since he's walking back now, I'm gonna go over here and just knock him over the top.
Good. You take him, I'll get the other guy.
I don't know why he didn't just throw him over the river. That would have been the smart thing to do. I would have just pushed him off.
Now watch how I lay out and wait for this guy to turn his back. You would have already run over there and been detected. In fact, you want to see some stealth stuff here on the stream?
I mean, stealth games aren't that boring, local. I mean, especially if you're playing. Have you ever played like Hitman or any games like that? Oh, so you gotta go out there and you gotta throw a whole smoke grenade. What is this, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
Oh yeah, that's how we're doing it. And then you got to dispose of the body.
Right. So
that Mike Awesome style power bomb over the rail.
I mean, I don't find stealth games boring. I think that it takes a lot of patience.
You kidding me? Some of the best games, Deus Ex. I mean, come on. Some of the best games are stealth games.
Just saying,
dude. Yeah, it is. That's one of the best games. Okay, well, what do you? All right, what's going on in there?
So now you're gonna see a piano on the left, and then behind that piano, you're gonna see a bar. So we got this guy over there, just doing what he does, relaxing up there, talking to the guy.
Oh shit, the guy's right here.
Well, good job, Arachnid.
He didn't see me. The guards are suspicious, but they didn't see anything.
Don't worry, I took out the other guy. See, if it was me, they wouldn't even have been suspicious. I'm just saying, though.
I mean, you make no. You don't even care about getting rid of these bodies.
Hell no. Too gangster for all that.
And that's how you get caught. You'll be way deep in the mission. All of a sudden, you're going to see that. Let me see what's going on here. All right.
I've not played this game in such a long time.
Well, you always run out and get things as soon as they come out.
Well, yeah.
Fan base isn't even there yet.
I can afford it. Why not?
That's a waste of money. You're contributing to the problem.
Do you know about this, Arachnid?
Oh, this little secret passage that people take when they can't actually do hand-to-hand combat?
I mean, get your ass over here and open up this door.
Let me get this laptop screen out of the way. Where is her?
Arachnid, you do know our goal was upstairs, right?
Who decided to come out here? Dude, you're the one who's played this before. I'm following you.
Yes, this is live now, Jamie. What's up, man? Welcome to the stream. I love the Ninja Stealth game. Tenchu was type Metal Gear, but these type of games are pretty much ran their course. I mean, Splinter Cell Blacklist was a really great game, especially when it came out. I mean,
what do you mean, especially when it came out?
Especially when it came out. I mean, people. Can I finish my point though?
Oh
God.
Go
I'm
ahead.
just saying. Jeez.
Especially when it came out.
Especially when it came out, everybody was so excited for the game. Everybody was like, oh, you know, Splinter Cell's coming out. I'm going to have to run out and get that. Everybody loves Tom Clancy games like Rainbow Six and games of the sort. But then, which was the point I was trying to get to before I was so rudely interrupted.
Well, you've been talking 10 minutes.
Before I was so rudely interrupted, then people started seeing other games come out. People started, you know, oh, Call of Duty's coming out. This game's coming out. Payday 2's coming out. Let me stop what I was doing with Splinter Cell. And, look at this dog over here. But, after that, they was like, I'm going to go play different games. And Splinter Cell was kind of forgotten about.
Okay, there's no correlation between a quality game and what people are playing. Fucking dog over here.
I'm saying the game was... Oh, well, good job, Arachnid.
I'm gonna get this dog if it comes over here.
Mm-hmm. You know, you could have just snuck around it. Just saying.
No, I couldn't. The dog is sitting right here. Couldn't have snuck around anything.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty.
Leaving me back there to do all the hard work.
Yeah, okay, sure.
What are you doing up here? Just hanging out?
I'm waiting on you.
Enjoying the graphics?
Okay, there's a guard right there, so be careful.
You got a mark? Go ahead.
Oh, look at this guy right here.
Oh my god.
Oh, welcome to the stream, JH. Thanks. I'm sure you'll enjoy your time here. Thank you, Red Eye, for sending somebody over to the stream. But yeah, so Mr. Undetectable just got caught.
Okay,
so tell the people what happened.
I'm like, what, 1 in 3? I'll tell them what happened. I was sitting back in the stairwell minding my own business like I always do. Somebody told me they had it, and I took their word for it, and the next thing I know, they didn't take out the guard, and the guard's looking in the window.
I had to open the door first and wait for him to walk away. I swear, man, the impatience took the plane. How we gonna take the plane, man? Oh, of course, Arachnid is gonna look at this.
Get the other one. Look at this. Look at your boy. What?
It's about time you done something. I'm just saying. I had to do almost all the
Oh,
taking out for like the last 7 attempts.
wait, you still downstairs?
What do you? But who just opened the door though?
That's right. Open the door for me and carry my bags.
Whatever. I'm climbing up this pipe just 'cause I
Why?
can. What you know about this? It
Not much, because there's nothing up there.
don't have to be anything up there. I just know you can't do this.
I know how to push the X button.
It's always the white guys. I'm just saying.
I don't know how to do this.
Nah, I don't know what you're talking about, bruh.
Just pointless stuff. And that's why you
Anyway.
get caught. Why do we keep going through this door?
'Cause this is the path you keep taking is walking up the stairs.
This is too risky.
Oh, now there's a risk factor involved after you got us caught like the last 12 times.
They're coming on both sides.
You take out the dude with the shirt, I take out the
I got
guard.
him.
All right?
I got him.
Man, shut up.
Man, taking all night. You just got him?
'Cause I felt like it. Yeah. I can't even take my time. Look, now watch him go and do all this extra stuff. Wait till I start playing some Hitman, y'all. It's gonna be like, God, Fight Night be knowing what he's doing. Alright, Arachnid.
I love how you're talking about a game that's still new and saying, well, when this game came out,
I
like, it
was
came out
telling
10
people
years
about the
ago.
release and how excited people were for the game, man. Jeez. Alright, so we got a time getting it over there. Alright?
all right.
Oh, good job, Arachnid.
Nobody saw anything.
It don't have to. Now the guard's gonna come screaming through the door.
No, they're in the other room. They're watching TV.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you go on the first time, and then I'll. Oh, that looks sloppy.
It looks sloppy. Look at his skill. Look at his skill. What
I
he
don't
know
even
about
know.
that, y'all? They always got something to say until they see what happens. I don't even remember what we got to do over here. It's supposed to be something we have to turn off. Anyway, whatever.
Oh,
This
my
guy
God.
right here. Arachnid.
Why
God,
do
man.
you want to do this mission? Oh my God.
I cannot believe this right now. How did he walk right into the laser?
Dude,
You
I
talk
didn't
about I
walk
did
into
it
the
so
laser.
sloppy.
The laser was moving around.
Well, yeah, the laser was moving around when I did it. I didn't get caught by the laser. I was about to detach the ladder.
You've been caught, what, 4 times? You told me, hey, go
Nah,
over
I
here,
didn't-
and then I go over there, and you're like, I don't know what to do. Oh my God.
Arachnid, God.
This.
All I had to do was detach the lasers, and then we would have been able to go through the door. But Arachnid,
No.
as usual, getting sloppy, getting caught. See, I was playing around at first. I told the stream that. If anybody was
dude.
watching the stream at the time, they will let you know for sure. Fight Night said he was joking and that he was going to play for real. I have not been caught since I said
Okay.
that.
Let me see you take out these 2 guards like I just did.
Okay, then. I will.
Watch him get detected. You're
Correct
like,
me
you know
some
what? You're
things,
like Bradley's cornerman, telling me all the wrong stuff to do.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
You're doing everything except telling me I'm doing a good job.
Well, you're not doing a good job. If you was doing a good job, I would have told you.
That looks sloppy to me, but all right.
Everything looks sloppy to you when you're not doing it.
That takedown, come on. Look at this guy sliding around.
That's how you got to do it, man. He don't know nothing about this, y'all.
Oh,
What you want, homie? Get shook up. What you know about that?
you finally got him?
Finally. What you talking about? Man, take him with you since you got such a problem.
All right. Well, I'll probably do better on this mission with his dead corpse as my partner.
Maybe so. I'll be holding you back.
All right, now let's try going downstairs or something. You
All
keep
right.
wanting to go in that door.
Let's see if you even know how to get downstairs.
Yeah, I know how to get down there. Swing around here.
Now what?
You don't know about that. Dropping off the rail like that.
Only took you 12 years.
Says dual breach.
I mean, you didn't have to go that way, but okay.
Kind of waiting for
That's
somebody
the
to help
same
me out.
place that we just came from the last time.
No, we kept going in the top. We were down here, but we kept going in the top.
Anyway, follow my lead so you don't get caught this time.
You have a silencer on your gun?
I don't need one. That's like he don't know what my name is, man. FightNightsFinest.
Yeah, we're not playing Fight Night.
We don't have to be playing Fight Night. I'm good at all things that involve combat. So, yeah.
And I've seen you on other games too, so.
Yeah, I'm a beast on everything I play. Well, almost a beast.
I mean, you weren't a beast on loadout. Trying to.
Watch this. What he doing, man? Why he gotta be standing right there though? All right, let's do something
Probably has a
interesting.
dog up there with him too.
I got a better idea. How about you go back around, or you know what? You wait here. I go back around, and I come from the top part of the stairs, or you come from the bottom.
I'm sorry. What'd you say? I was looking at some pictures of your girlfriend.
Oh my God.
What's going on now?
The rudeness.
What'd you say?
I'm telling her too. Remember the last time you talked to her?
I'll call and tell her.
Yeah. Which one? Kerry Washington this time, or your love affair with Beyonce? Which one?
No, I'm not into
Look at the
Beyonce.
skill.
What
Look
are
at
we
the
dealing
skill.
with? You got him?
Look at the skill. What you know about that, Arachnid?
I know it took long enough. You gonna throw the body out the window, or are you just gonna leave him there for everybody to see?
When I'm gonna play Ghost. I uninstalled Ghost. So look, I uninstalled Ghost, so I probably won't be playing any Call of Duty Ghost. I can't stand that game. I don't know anybody who's like Ghost, but it's like, yeah, I'm not playing any Ghost, man. So this time we're gonna go through this door.
All right. I'm not gonna open the other one. Yeah, I don't play any Call of Duty, but no one I know likes Ghosts for whatever reason. Oh my God.
I shot them up. Whatever.
You
I don't
shot
even
the
care.
dog.
Yeah, I shot him. So what's the
It's a
problem?
man's best friend.
You don't have any friends though.
Well, not now. I was friends with the dog you just shot.
But he ain't die. So maybe you and the dog can go detect people together. Why not?
He's wounded.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, let's switch it up. Let's do another mission.
Why we gotta do another mission though?
Dude, you've been detected 5 times.
I've been detected once technically. But if you want to do another mission, by all means, go ahead and switch it.
Yeah, let me switch to a different mission because this
Maybe
is
something
this
you can
is
handle.
ridiculous. This is unbelievable.
Cannot believe the things I'm going through right now,
The
y'all.
people I have to play co-op with on this game. And I told you, I played co-op on here with the guy who was like a level 9. That he knew how to handle his business. So to go from that to this,
I'm a level 12,000. I don't get detected.
trying to box, and I got Butterbean as my trainer.
Well, at least Butterbean knew how to knock people out, right?
Yeah, he had that left hook.
I can use that live hook on the side of your face right now, man. You're screwing everything up.
I'm gonna have to. Let me see here.
Didn't even know how to change the mission.
I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, okay. Let's see how long we wait in this loading screen, y'all.
Private lobby, all right. And then I'm gonna pick the mission.
He picked
Look at
the
this.
same mission.
Mission settings? No, I'm not.
So you had to go back to the main lobby in order to do that when we was here from the begin with?
Dude,
Oh,
I don't know how to play this game. You don't understand. I just got this game. I'm not like you running out wasting money on the first day.
how is I'm wasting money? See, I have it now because I brought it on the first day. It's here from whenever I'm ready to play it.
All right, I'm ready. Let's go.
All right.
However we do this, fucking thing won't start.
Now look, you don't even know how to start the mission.
No, I really don't. I told you I don't play this. I've been playing Fallout 3.
All right. By the way, how's that game?
Another one of the greatest games. Let me tell you right now.
Oh God, here it comes.
If you guys are going to those, I don't even call them, whatever they're called. You know, you hear people call them like, oh, this is the current gen. No. What is there, like 8 million, 9 million people on those consoles as opposed to the, what, 160 million on the current gen consoles? Before you guys go to those next gen consoles, even though I kind of did, but you got to play Fallout 3. I'm just telling you. Fight Night doesn't want to listen. He doesn't want to play the best games of all time. He's too busy playing Call of Duty Ghosts and...
Then I don't. When was the last time you saw me on PS3?
Yeah, but when you're on...
I'm beasting on kids.
all Call of Duty Ghosts. You have all the DLC packs.
I'm gonna run my channel off of Ghost next too. Why not?
Oh yeah, you know how those commentaries are. Just start the commentary halfway through a match.
I could be that 12-year-old.
Brag about your kill streak, even though the gun kind of snaps onto the people, locks onto the targets.
Yeah, why
But
not?
you know, talk to the people like you're playing Counter-Strike.
God, I saw Counter-Strike last night. I was watching the stream.
Yeah, that's
I
no
was like,
joke.
God damn.
That's no joke.
Yeah. You stepped through one door and you wasn't expecting it and you was finished. I was like, wow. This game right here, that's a man's game.
Yeah, exactly. That's a man's game right there.
I look at some games, like, you can classify a lot of different games, like, you know, that's a boy's game, or, you know.
I know how to do this one.
That game don't... Alright, so, why don't you go from the left and I go from the right? But yeah, you already heading to the right. I'll go through the left.
Which guy? Are you taking the guy on the right or the guy on the left?
Oh, I don't know who I'm taking right now. I know I better get down.
Okay. Whoever you're not taking, I'm taking.
Okay, wait. Hold your horses. Let me get down. Run up on him.
All right. Got Bin Laden over here getting suspicious.
Look at him. Yeah, Bin Laden got suspicious. You stood in the open for like 12 minutes. Great.
No,
now get your assault rifles out, because now it's time to do what we do.
There's another guy up there.
Loki, you say you didn't like stealth missions. Well, this ain't gonna be nothing stealth. we going in. Balls deep right now. Behind us.
I
Apparently.
see him.
Yeah, he's on top of the roof. Hell, he was shooting at. That's so disrespectful.
That looks like Princess Jasmine's dad shooting at us.
Right? That's goddamn Aladdin.
Sultan up there. You know me, I'd like to use a pistol, so I'm not going in with anything special, really.
Oh, no, I got my assault rifle. I got a man's gun out.
Now, let me get away from here, because these guys like to throw grenades and stuff when they see your position. Be careful up there. I don't want to have to save you every 2 minutes.
Snap. Get off me, kid. Get off me, kid. Aw, snap. Who shot me?
Shit.
So you just gonna let the dude with the right shield do you, huh? Sit up. Sit up.
I'm sorry, man.
I got you. Don't worry. Just wait. Just wait on it. Alright, come through. Look at this guy running around like a chimpanzee. You done well, Arachnid. I'm proud of you.
That skill. I gotta save you before this guy because somebody get him.
I'll accept you after this, Gary. I'm pretty sure I accepted you, though. Either that or I didn't get the friend request. Like, if you just send a friend request and I don't know exactly what it was, I probably won't accept it. I don't accept friend requests if I don't know. If you don't say, like, oh, I know you from YouTube. Or I watch your videos or something like that. That's the only way I accept random friend requests.
Well, you can probably get some friend requests from some people wanting to play Call of Duty Ghosts now.
Well, there's somebody over there. Yeah.
Oh, I see
Wait for him
him.
to come
He's
through. Just wait
yep.
for him to come. Don't worry. I'm gonna snatch him up.
As soon as you get that controller, though, we need to get on Counter-Strike.
Because there's two guys coming. So we gotta capture that guy on the right. But him, he's gonna get snatched up right now. What you know about that?
Well, some low-key stuff.
Yeah. That's what we do, man. That's what I thought. Mm-hmm. Bag and tag him up.
There.
See how I do this, man? I do this for a living.
That was one of those targets we're trying to get?
Yes, sir. Okay. Why every time I post a comment it says error, I have to reload the screen that it updates?
That's what happens in the YouTube sometimes.
That's just YouTube, man. Being YouTube. Man, shut up.
That's what happens to me all the time. Every week I have to reload and...
I'm about to start streaming on Twitch, y'all, because this YouTube stuff, man, as much as I like YouTube or doing it, the hell? I'm going to have to snatch both of these dudes up, Arachnid.
You snatch up the first one, I'll shoot the second one.
Alright, I'm waiting for him to come through. There you go. Good stuff.
Nothing stealth about this. People who really, like, those hardcore people who play this on the hardest setting and stealth all the way through the game, they're just laughing at us.
Right? They're like, look at these two bums right now. But I'm telling you, they don't know nothing about me, man. I've been doing this since 93.
Oh, yeah, when the game came out?
Yeah. Like,
make a little noise. I have to say, hit that select button and whisper or something.
Nah, he don't see nothing. He don't see nothing. Oh, who that on top of the roof? Get shot up in your face, young man.
Oh, that's one of those heavy guys.
Yeah. I don't care how heavy he is. He ain't that heavy when he getting shot up in his face.
Teamwork there.
Yeah, I see. I see
shooting
right there.
ducks at the carnival.
Right?
Just see heads popping up, heads and turbans. That's gonna be my new clan name, Heads and Turbans.
I mean, why not?
Oh, somebody doesn't know how to throw a grenade.
I didn't even see what happened, but I know I'm going upstairs right now.
Somebody threw a grenade, but they're throwing like a New York Yankee.
Why do you always gotta come at something from New York, man? I truly don't understand that.
All right.
Did I shoot the hostile?
I think so. You might have.
Whatever, I don't care. I'm a real man.
Let me see.
Oh, yeah, I shot the hostile for sure. How do you run on here again? I forgot.
You gotta. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, X.
Hold down X. Thought it was the left analog.
There we go.
All right.
Watch me. Y'all saw how I did that on the ball side, just a light on the side. This might make me sound like an idiot, but what does pound for pound actually mean? Never had an in-depth explanation. Okay, well, pound for pound, actually the term Durant because Sugar Ray Robinson was so good as a boxer that everything was pretty much about the heavyweight champion. But Ray Robinson was so good that they had to give him, you know, something that represents him as being the best. So the term pound for pound actually came from Sugar Ray Robinson. Pound for pound just basically means you're the best fighter around, period. That's what pound for pound means, and that's how it actually originated.
I mean, it's actually one of those things, like, just like you, I know what it means, but it is kind of hard to explain.
Yeah.
And a lot of the time when you hear people use it, it's an excuse.
Yeah. Most people don't know what, you know, they don't understand the history behind the word, and most importantly, most people just say stuff and, you know, not really know what it means to begin with anyway.
Where are we
Why can't we
going?
drop down? I don't understand this.
I think. Cause that's probably off the map or something.
I mean, whatever. I didn't even understand the point of it. Anyway, where are we supposed to be going?
I don't know, man. I'm sitting here listening to you explain what
Okay,
pound for pound means.
so
Okay,
we gotta
there's
go over here.
some steps or something over here.
Yeah, I'm trying to open up this goddamn window. There we go.
Here we go. I'm down here finally.
I should have opened the door like a straight boss, but you know, I wasn't with it today.
The hell are we going?
We waiting for you.
Well, I'm sitting. I was trying to find a way.
You could do a stream on Twitch and YouTube with an Elgato, but you better have an i7 processor computer. If you don't got one of those, yeah, buddy. God damn, Arachnid, do I have to come back and get you?
I'm right here.
Alright.
I'm ahead of you.
You are? You sure about that?
I mean, you should be embarrassed.
How should I
mean,
be embarrassed? You can't even catch up to me. Look at this.
Dude,
Look at the skill. Look at
'cause
that. What
when
you
you're-
know about sliding like that?
Okay, let me tell the people at home. When
my
you're
God.
playing this game, there's two types of upgrades. There's upgrades that actually do something, and then there's the cosmetic upgrades where you just change the way you look. He's actually spent what, 20 grand switching your lights from being green to red.
Actually, what he doesn't know, though, is how much of the other things I upgraded on my suit. And because I do most of the stealth missions, my stuff is upgraded for spy. So there you go.
But still, you're wasting money on. Dude, you're like the Anna Nicole Smith of Splinter Cell.
How am I the end? Watch, make sure, just whatever you do, make sure you watch out for the watch out for the mines.
All right.
This dude always got something to say, y'all. I swear.
It's just
Things I have to
saying.
pick up with.
Just saying, you should be embarrassed. I
Look
would
at
have
this
switched
guy.
those lights back to green for the live stream.
I like red. That's my color, man.
I like red too, but that's just embarrassing.
You about to have a red eye if you keep talking to me like that. You'll end
I'm
up like
the
him.
Jedi-
Look at
Jedi-
him.
Jedi
Look at
plug.
him. That's what I
I
do.
see 'em. I should throw him on one of these mines.
Oh, so you just trying to? I swear, Arachnid always got some type of clever plan that's never gonna turn out to anything. Watch it.
Okay.
See, you almost walked right into a mine on the door.
That's why I went around it. Oh shit.
Oh,
Hey, there's 2 guys there in the alley and a sniper.
ain't nothing. Screw his sniper rifle. Let's go.
It's certainly gonna alert some people.
I don't know why you just couldn't use the doors like the rest of us.
I'll get a guy. I'll get him.
Are you too good for doors now? I'm trying to get close to the sniper.
I guess I got to do everything tonight. It's all right.
I just took out a sniper. What you talking about? He right up there, Arachnid. Climb up there and kill him.
All right. Let me see if I can get up there.
Who's that coming?
Okay. I got him.
I'm about to go take out the shotgun guy.
Ooh, how did that guy not see me?
How did he not see me? What's up, homie? So you got the sniper, right? Uh-oh. What the heck? Arachnid. Hold on, stream. We're having a bit of a problem with Arachnid here. Anyway, since Arachnid is having the problem, not sure if I can hear that or not, but we'll get him back in a few. So we're just gonna run up on him and just, you know, do what we do, knock him out real quick. As we see up there, Arachnid up there leaping and jumping like a frog for some odd reason. I can't with this right now. This noise is annoying, man. Not exactly sure what happened to him in terms of, I saw somebody up here. Yep, there he is. Kinda just waiting on Arachnid to call. Oh snap, look at that. Dang it, everything was going so well till I had to check Skype. We're going hardcore, man. We might as well. So there's Arachnid right there on the left, going up the stairs. I'm gonna come over here and take him out real quick. Of course, Arachnid gotta be the one to step into the spotlight, doing what Arachnid does. Come over here and shoot him in the face. I know he ain't. Look at this. Look at the red lights, man. Like, that's so obvious. We gonna shoot him though. I don't know what's up with that. Oh, I think they're right shields. Sucks. I will never get Minecraft a day in my life, Terry. I'm sorry. There we go. So we killed 2 of them right now. I don't know why he's just laying on the ground like that. So he wasn't dead. Okay. Kill ass con food real quick. Alright. Now we moving on. Alright, Arachnid seems to be back now. The hell happened?
Yeah. So, long story, but my laptop battery decided that it was gonna die, so now I'm calling in on the phone, playing this game with no audio, so that's why I got caught, and I'm sure you were talking shit about me a couple of seconds ago.
Of course not. I was talking about how I was just over here taking people out like a boss. That's what I was talking about. Okay, so
still trying to explain pound for pound?
Nah, that was already been explained. Right now I'm not exactly sure what we're gonna do.
Well, I mean, do you want to kill some more people so you can buy some more pretty gear?
I mean, why not? Swag is one part of just doing everything, you know what I'm saying? I know people like you don't completely understand that, but we need to kill these guys over here.
I just focus on the mission. Stick that head out one time. Damn, your aim is bad. Let me wait for this guy to run up here and then...
Oh my god. And I know you ain't talking about my aim, man. You gotta explain to the stream, though, exactly why you did what you did. You knew you was gonna be streaming. Look at this dude trying to up there run up in the house. We see you, homie. Like, what was you doing?
I mean, there's 2 guys left, so, you know, they're not gonna be as brave anymore. Oh, here's the last guy.
I see him. Talk about not being brave. He got shot up right in his neck.
I mean, that guy's pretty brave, I have to admit.
That's what we do. So
I think what happens though is that, you know, you get brave. He thinks he's going to like 72 virgin wives, so he's straight.
All right, Jamie. Good night, man. Have a good night. I know the UK guys, it's kind of late over there, so I appreciate, especially any UK guys that come out to see the stream. Awesome fight, Gary. I see Loco and Gary had a fight, which is pretty cool. Samsung 2.7 gigahertz. I didn't know there was Samsung laptops with i7 processors in them.
Yeah, I mean that's probably really good. Samsung makes some good stuff now.
I mean, yeah,
I mean the phone I'm calling it on my phone right now. This is the Samsung Galaxy.
better get back on your headset.
I don't even know anything about that. All right, I just had to. I'm gonna get back on the headset. I'll call you right back.
Mm-hmm.
You
Got
know how
the
to
whole
answer the
stream
call,
waiting.
right?
Huh?
You know how to answer the call, right?
Didn't I teach you how to do that? I mean, when you didn't even know how to share screens.
Man, this guy's still talking. I thought I was gonna switch to the headset.
Yeah, go ahead, hang up. The whole stream waiting on you.
Yeah. Man, can I switch?
Go ahead. I'm gonna talk about
Damn.
you when you hear you're going anyway, so do the stream a favor. Go ahead. That's what I thought. See, ArachnidSoul, if it was me, I wouldn't have switched. I'm just saying. He calling back already, y'all. You done crying now?
I mean, God, the people I have to put up with.
I'll give you some tissue. Don't worry.
Mission settings. All right. I don't want to do a mission that's too hard because I know I'm playing this with you. So
It says level 1. Okay. As long as we understood each other.
all right, I think this will work if I can get this launch mission to come up.
Anytime, rookie.
I'm trying to get this mission to come up. It doesn't want to come up.
I see it up on my screen.
I mean, I see it, but where it says launch mission, it won't let me select it. What are you eating on the live stream?
Why not? I'm having some chips. I'm sure everybody at home is eating.
Yeah, but
I do this all the time.
everybody at home is a viewer. You're supposed to be the host. You're supposed to be
It's
professional.
9 o'clock, man. I'm hungry as hell. What time I get my hot wings?
Yeah,
You thought these chips was something.
Should have had something to eat before you went on the air. I mean, just, you know.
I mean, I wish I was 300 pounds so I'll never be hungry, but
I'm going to have to do this because for some reason, I'm sorry, people, but this game's a little bit broken. So
it's not the game at all. It's Arachnid, as usual.
No, it absolutely is. Why aren't you the host? That's what I'm trying to say.
Because I'm streaming. I'm the host of the stream.
You should have been the host of the game. I've had this game, 48 hours?
Hey, I could play Fight Night. Don't make me get the stream on you.
I'll go back to playing some, I don't know, some something.
Oh, you was going to say Far Cry 3?
I was going to say Far Cry 3.
Ew. I mean, if that's what you want to do with your time.
No, I'm all right. I'm trying to get this started. Oh my God. What is the problem here?
That's the first thing he said when he tried to put a condom on.
Hey, at least unlike you, I wear condoms.
I don't have to. I go in raw. Never pull out.
I know you. That's why you have 10 kids.
Hey, I could have 12 kids. I'll take care of all of them.
Yeah, okay. Oh, that's all right. I pay my taxes, so I don't mind paying for your kids to eat.
Hey. Just because you got a lot of kids don't mean you need government assistance.
Yeah.
Shame when you're Arachnid.
You know, by the way, I have to tell you, let me be the guy, because you always see these people who, like, they pay their taxes and then they bitch about, like, oh, these people are using food stamps and stuff. Let me be the fucker that says, you know what, I pay my taxes and I'm glad the people are eating.
Right?
You know?
Yeah, you mad because people got to eat?
That's a better country to me. I don't know. Waiting on FightNightsFinest.
I'm sorry. My
That's
chips
what it
fell.
says.
I try to throw the bag of chips onto the table, and I actually ended up spilling it.
I'm sitting here. Well, the cat will be happy. I'm sitting here trying to launch this mission the
Damn
whole
cat,
time.
you know that eats chips.
Your cat will eat those chips. We know you don't feed that cat. It eats whatever you drop on the ground. Twinkies, chips.
You know what? How about I feed you a right hand?
Oh, that weak right hand?
The one that knocked you out of commission? The one that's been laying all these guards out? That right hand.
That weak right hand of yours. All right, it says waiting on Fight Night's Finest. I'm waiting for you to hit start or something.
I hit rating.
Because I can't. Okay, here we go.
Just start the damn mission.
That's the reason we couldn't start the mission.
Arachnid's real name is Esteban.
That's right. I'm a drug smuggler named Esteban. I'm from Colombia.
Now you're just being racist.
I do this in... No, I'm not.
He has a problem with Cubans and Southern people. I'm gonna let everybody know.
You don't have a problem with Southern people.
No, not at all. See, now he just admitted he was a racist.
No. What's that? That's not race.
Hey, the Southern people are a race in itself.
Okay. That sounds racist to me.
How is that racist?
So everybody down there in the South
is a race in itself.
Now, I actually don't have a problem with Southern people. I just have a problem with some people down in the South.
Okay.
Look at him trying to be all-inclusive now that he's on a stream.
What are you talking about?
I'm playing this real stealth, by the way. I have no audio.
That's called bummy. How you playing with no audio, Dot?
Because of it's a long story, but basically when my laptop died, I had to plug the laptop in, and the way my capture card works is that my headset won't give me audio unless the capture card's plugged in, and there's not enough ports, so it's an either-or type deal. So unless you want to talk to me on the phone, I'm playing no audio, but that's how Real Man plays anyway.
Sure.
I actually, and I'm not joking when I say this, I knew a girl who used to play Call of Duty, and she was awesome on there, and she was deaf. So, you know.
Okay.
I mean, she had years of practice being deaf. I just have maybe 10 minutes, but still, I'm a fast learner.
I mean, some games you could play without any audio, but a shooter?
Yeah, I know. But that's the sacrifice I'm trying to make to bring up the quality of your live stream.
Bring up my live stream looking fine right now.
Where are we going? I'm just following
How you gonna insult a stream you on?
It's the guy right behind you. You can probably hear him since you have audio, but...
I don't give a fuck. You know, I'm tired of this, man. Why are we going in silence, man? All y'all die.
Look at this guy throwing grenades in here.
He did that in the wide open, too. Like, nobody couldn't see him.
Oh.
Oh, look at that. What is this, a competitive thing?
I mean, we're doing the same thing in the wide open.
Wave 1 complete.
Yeah,
what is it, a competition?
I think it's, let me go through this alarm, because I can't hear it anyway.
It says take down all hostiles. What is this, survival mode?
I think so.
I mean, so what's up?
And don't look
for
me
it's search and destroy. Let's go, Arachnid. We about to kill everybody.
All right. Let me see here. We're about to go kill zone 2.
Now, I want to try this online, man. That's Spies versus Mercs. You will end up killed.
Yeah. No. Well, you were the one who wanted to go to that, and I said, no, that's a mistake. I've been on this game 2 days.
It's not even how long you've been on the game for. It's just like, yeah, these guys don't play any games. I did not even know there was a survival mode on here.
Let me switch guns because this is not working for me.
I saw one dude run up inside there.
Okay. See, now you're telling me I'm racist. That's pretty racist.
I said one dude ran up inside there. How was that racist?
But I'm saying, you know, the type of guys on this level, and you just assume that everyone's an enemy.
How is that racist? That's racist. That was not even racist. That's being overprotective.
You're not even gonna try to talk to the guy, see what his motives are first?
Oh yeah, he's gonna talk with that gun in his hand. He's gonna do a lot of talking for sure.
I'm just saying, we have guns in our hands. It just seems a little racist to me. That's all I'm saying. What are you trying to say? Just come out and say it.
Oh my God, Arachnid. I'm trying to kill the enemies right now. I don't have time for you.
Man, that was a headshot. Damn.
That's about time you got one.
Well, I can't
Look at
hear
this guy over
anything.
here hiding behind the car like nobody can't see him. I see you, man.
Shoot him
Matter of
already.
fact, do some stuns on you just for fun.
Let me see here. Did you get him?
There's somebody
he's-
in this room though.
I'll get him. Oh, he thinks he... Look at him. I got him. Let me come around here.
I want to get melee kill on this guy. Look at this guy. I know he ain't that stupid. Watch him just walk up, y'all. Watch this. Like, man, what are you doing? Get snatched up, homie. What was he thinking? Dude, sorry I'm late. What's up, Tyler? Welcome to the stream, man. Dude, I played most of my games without audio. Actually, I realized I don't use game audio at all in any game, and I hate these games. Suck. Come on, loco. It's not that bad, dog. You not having a good time?
Not only is it not bad, this is a really
great.
good game.
I love this game.
I mean, yeah. I mean, most people love this game. I don't look at reviews before I get a game, but I got the game and then looked at the reviews, and
Oh,
seems
snap.
like even those casual people like this.
Somebody got to patronize the game, huh?
Let me see here.
Look at these guys over here.
Is there anybody out here?
Yeah. I
Okay,
know
I
this
see 'em.
boy Muhammad ain't up here shooting me.
Muhammad? That seems racist.
And you know what? Since we going full blown racist, I'm going full blown racist. I don't care. Hakeem, all of them, all of them gonna die.
Muhammad. His name might be Gregory.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Oh, there's a dog out here.
This is the same one saying, "Look at Bin Laden trying to roll up on me." I know
was
you're
Bin
not
Laden.
talking.
That wasn't racist.
So when it's Bin Laden, it's okay as Americans to talk about him. Okay.
Okay, what were you trying to stand up for Bin Laden?
I'm trying to stand up for nobody. I'm just saying. Man, get on the ground. Oh snap. Okay, y'all being rude now. Don't touch me.
Is this where this is getting a little too sloppy?
All I have to do for them to stop shooting at me is like, don't touch me. I'm pregnant, and they'll leave me alone. God, I forgot like half the controls. I'm up here.
Yeah,
I know
I
you
know.
can roll around and stuff, but I can't
Yeah.
even do that right now. So we're up here doing like survival almost, and you know I'm up here doing most of the work. So you're just gonna pick up the dog, huh?
Yeah.
You and the dog just have a good old time.
It's cold out here.
Yeah, the sun looked like it's blazing and quite hot today. We got up. What we got up here? We got. I forgot the name of these trees, but yeah, we got these type of trees out here, and
Who
it's
is he
cold.
throwing it at? He's throwing it at the silhouette.
What the hell is he?
He's over here by the door.
Well
mean-
then.
He's throwing it at the silhouette, but he can see the silhouette. It's not like he still thinks we're there. I mean,
No, I'm never sick of anybody's comments, Tyler. When I watch, see, the thing I really like is when people leave long, detailed comments. And the reason for that is because that makes me know that you're watching everything that I'm doing. The guys are just like, oh yeah, good video. I mean, it's like, thank you, but I know for a fact you didn't watch the video.
yeah.
So, if you leave long, detailed comments, YouTubers appreciate that. I don't get tired of anybody's comments. Yeah, we need to get some ammo or something, Arachnid.
Okay. Well, I mean, I know how to save my ammo, so it's not a problem for me. Don't you have another gun you can switch to?
Yeah, I do, but right now I'm about to run up on homie over here in the corner thinking he nice because he over there shooting at you. What's up? What the heck? Get him too? Come on, Fight Night, come on. Whatever. I mean, he would have thought he was going to run up on me. Yo, he almost kicked my ass, y'all.
I'll get this guy.
Nah, it's okay.
Oh,
I
never
got
mind.
him. It's called burst fire, man. That's how you
sloppy.
stay accurate.
Yeah, I mean, if your aim's not that good, burst fire does help.
No, when you got recoils on guns, you burst fire so the gun doesn't kick.
It's 11 remaining? Damn.
Only 11? I was hoping there
I
would be
don't see
more.
anybody.
They're probably all up in the house. So look at this terrorist over here.
Oh, that's racist.
He's a terrorist, man.
How are these we're in their country? We're the terrorists.
Technically, we're not.
I mean,
I guess Kat over here just decided she was gonna jump up in front of my TV. There you go. He got shot up right there. Shoot him up too. Why not? I mean, everybody getting shot up today.
who else is? Oh, here comes this guy. Come on
Single
over.
shot,
I'll get him.
auto fire. That's how we want it. Auto fire. There we go.
Oh, that's a shame. You hate to see that happen. Such a nice young man.
Right? Somebody, you
Oh,
know,
not
somebody's
him
gonna be
too.
sending the flowers and the roses.
Yeah.
God, like you could tell the lag in this, man.
I don't
Mind
have
you,
any
Arachnid
lag.
is the host of the party.
No, I have no lag.
You need to get your body count up, man.
No, because I'm not trying to kill. Dude, I have no audio. I'm not trying to kill people. I'm just trying to be stealth, and if I see somebody, I pick them off. There's
Man,
more
local,
ammo
why you
over
still
here.
complaining about the game, though, man? I
If you
think
need-
I like this game a lot, and I'm
If you
pretty
need-
sure you're having a fun time watching. So if you're having a
Yeah.
fun time watching, we're having a fun time streaming and playing. I mean, there should be nothing wrong with the game.
Yeah, I mean, this is a really good game. I mean, is he a gamer, or is he just like a boxing fan?
Well, he likes
if he-
sport games. He likes games of all kind. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, because I would say if he's just a boxing fan, then I can understand him not liking this, but...
I mean, we'll wait for Loco to say something. He's a fellow YouTuber. Let's see what he thinks.
Hey, why is... Okay.
Oops.
Oh, okay, that's what happened.
I killed
Somebody
the
got
high
trigger
target.
happy.
Yeah, my fault. I mean, I'm just looking to hurt people.
Oh, my game froze up. I was like, what is this?
Nah, man, that's all my fault. I take responsibility for this one. I feel like an NBA player after they foul somebody and they know they did it. How we raise up the hand. We're like, yeah,
Okay,
you know, it was me.
Let me ask Loco P420, because he's saying this game's a sucky game. Give me a list of good games. I'm curious. You know, the games that you think are good. Give me 5 games that you think are good, that are all better than this, since you think this game's sucky.
Oh, okay. So, you know, Arachnid up here putting out the challenge. Look at these terrorists just over here all chilling, like, you know, we're going to go for drinks later. I mean, if they were Irish, they'd probably go for whiskey. Since we're being all racist today.
Well, I think that, you know, some of these guys have to be like those Americans that get pissed off and then they just decide they're going to,
Oh, okay, who's going to take responsibility for this one?
Hey, that was personal. That was one of those college students who got disgruntled with the election and decided to grow a beard and go over there and go all jihadist.
So I can admit when I'm wrong, but when it's you, Arachnid's just perfect.
Hey, that was personal. I used to know that guy. He's a next door neighbor of mine.
What's his name?
His name was Kevin Sean Smithson.
Kevin Sean Smithson. Okay, how many times you banged his sister? That's the real question here.
Who? Jane Sean Smithson?
No,
I never
okay.
touched her.
Mm-hmm. Oh, now you haven't touched her. Okay.
No.
So
Never
you don't
touched
have
her.
that child support thing coming at you for no reason.
No, put a glove on it. Oh, here they come. Oh, see, the high value targets come out in front. Damn, I need to hide.
Yeah, he's brave. I just wish we could kill him. But let's kill everybody around him just so that he knows, man. Like, you know, from this day on. Like, oh my God, drop down. Look at it. Oh God, did y'all see that? I need to take like the best moments from our live streams and then put them together. I like to see more people in here. There we go. Look at this guy right
Man,
here just trying to roll up. I got your back.
Didn't he see me right behind him?
Yeah, that's why he was trying to come up on you.
I mean,
Let's go bag up this one guy though, because I'm tired of him.
yeah, I already got him.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Let me see here. Okay. So this is his list of really good games. Batman Arkham. I don't know which one, but they're all good. So, all right, I'll give you that one. Fight Night Champion, also Madden, Tiger Woods, Marvel versus
Well, you said
Capcom.
Tiger Woods.
Yeah, I mean that's probably a good game.
I've never
You know,
played it, but it's like golf.
I I've
Really?
never played it, but it's probably good. I mean, I don't know. I have some hardcore golf friends, so like they swear by those games.
I don't know
But
what he thought he
still,
was doing.
but I mean, still, this game doesn't suck.
Madden's good. Madden's a good game. I mean, I guess it depends what version of Madden you're talking about. What else was on this list? I didn't get to see it.
Yeah, Red Eye's right in the comment section. Cheaper to buy condoms than diapers.
I mean, he's right. Let's see. So we got Arachnid. You must get your body count up. I'm just saying.
I'm not, dude. I have no audio.
See, I have The Last of Us, but I haven't played it yet. Arachnid's hiding out and picking dudes off. Sounds like the runners on Fight Night. Finest that will not be picking, that will win by not fighting and winning rounds with high percents landed. Yeah, I mean
Dude,
that's what Arachnid does. What we gotta do, Arachnid?
I can't even hear these people coming. I don't shoot until I see them.
Stand on your feet for it. Extract now for 200. Nah, man, we ain't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere, Arachnid. We gonna stay right here and continue to. We gonna continue to pick people off. Let's go restock our weapons, though.
I'm waiting for some people to come out.
We need to find a place where we can get some ammo. Okay, come up here.
All right, where are you?
I'm up here. We ain't going nowhere. Take down all hostiles. Only 20. That's all y'all got. That's all y'all got. We ready for that. I dealt with 20 spammers in one day before.
Did you beat any of them?
I beat all of them.
Yeah, okay.
That was back when I was in my prime, man. I used to fight spammers all the time and never have a problem with it. Like, oh, this guy wants to spam? All right.
There's 19 left. Where they come? Oh, here comes a guy. He's done. See, I pretty much have to go all hand-to-hand combat because I don't actually hear them, so I just wait for them to be right by me and then
Get the hell off me.
had to shoot that dog to save Fight Night.
I'm a cat person. Yeah, let's get the hell up from up here, though. This is how you just get caught out. Dude up in the window? Oh, there he is.
Don't slide over here next to me.
Yeah, they really try. Man. Wow, this dude died from one shot. I mean, shot his helmet off and everything.
Alright.
I don't know what he thought this was, but I'm just saying. Arachnid trying to get his count up now. Hell yeah, FightNightsFinest. Tiger Woods, awesome. I mean, I never played a golf game, so I can't.
I mean,
can't
it's
say
probably.
anything.
I've played some old golf games and they were fun. So I mean, Tiger Woods has to be better. And there was something called like the Golf Club or something on Steam that I was like, hey, that looks pretty good.
I mean,
You know,
hot
so
shots
maybe-
golf?
Yeah, I played that too. What, you just like let the guy stand behind you?
No, hell no. I like how they're all coming from the back door and stuff, like they just finished having a coffee break and, you know, they're just walking out, trying to see what the weather's like.
Of course,
Probably
the
heading
best
back to
golf
this shift.
best golf game of all time, Super Nintendo, Kirby's Dream Course.
God damn, what the hell shooting at me?
That little powder
Hey,
puff.
Arachnid, come on, man, get this dude right over here.
All right.
I mean, you took too long.
Well, I mean, I'm up here trying to snipe people.
Why are you sniping?
Well, because I happen to be up here, I'm not going to wait for the guys to run up here. Plus, I play Call of Duty, so I'm not used to actually moving around. I just like to
Oh,
camp
you
in
like
the
to camp in the corners.
I like to camp in the corner for like 6 hours and just snipe people and then put videos on YouTube and tell them how badass I am.
All right. See, most YouTubers just seem to have a personal vendetta with Call of Duty players.
Yeah, because I think, not to say that there's not some Call of Duty commentators that do a nice job and really put the effort in, but I think a lot of them are kind of people who don't put the effort in and they just kind of know they're going to get hits with Call of Duty.
I mean, I don't think it's that simple because it is a big market. I don't think it's just you put COD out and then you're gonna get hits. I mean, you're probably better able to manipulate people to get a shout out, like some people I know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Okay, here come the troops. I mean, you think you would tell me, hey, there's a bunch of guys running over here yelling and...
What for? You ain't gonna kill them anyway. I'm up here doing all the work.
Yeah, but at least I'll know to run away. Get a
Wow.
good vantage spot to watch you.
Plus. So we got 3 of these guys remaining.
Is there a guy upstairs?
Yep, I got him. Look at me just up here like a boss. Look at him running. Look at him running, y'all. Look at him running.
I see him.
Man, get you. Oh, y'all like how I broke his leg though? Look at him. Look at him now. Look at him now. Finest, did you ever get to fight Dark War after them videos he was posting? No, I never got to fight him. I probably wouldn't even bother wasting my time with a guy who was gonna spam anyway. Looked at him and wasn't impressed. I really don't like wasting my time with people who spam. In all honesty, I don't really even try playing the game at a serious level. Because you can't even play the game on a serious level because people are going to spam anyway. Even the people who so-called say that they're sim players are spammers. So it's like...
Well, they think they're sim players.
Yeah, they think they're sim players, but in all honesty... I mean, there's no... Fucker.
Let me see if I can find you.
I'm over here.
What, are you on the other side?
Yeah, I'm on the other side. I wasn't even paying attention. But, yeah, there's a lot of sim players on the game who say that, or, you know, quote-unquote sim players that aren't actually sim. They're just fighters that, exploit the game in one way or another and then refuse to believe that what they're doing isn't, you know, correctly. So I don't bother playing Fight Night on a serious competitive level. For that mere fact right there.
Well, people are just playing a game. They just want to win, and it's the same thing on all games. So there's a bunch of games you can't play with people anymore.
Yeah, and it's the fact that people say they're the best at something when they're not. It's like, it's not even the best. Or, you know, I'm really good at something. If you're really good at it, learn how to do it from all different facets.
Yeah.
And what I say I'm the best player in Fight Night Champion? Absolutely not. Am I one of the better ones? Top 10, top 15? I think so. I will check comments in right now. No new comments. Okay.
Well, I mean, if you could commit to defending a belt on there, what is it, 6 times a day or whatever it is now?
Yeah, it's like 6 times in 36 hours or something like that.
Damn. Well, I remember you were doing the live stream, what was it, 2 weeks ago, and you had a title match and the guy just left.
Yeah, just left. Like, okay.
I guess he figures like, oh, I've seen this guy before on YouTube. Let me just defend my belt against, you know, scrubs.
The Shanti, I think it is. Something. I can't remember his name per se, but I fought him many times, and, you know, we had some good wars. And then, you know, he's one of the guys that I remember on there fighting Sim.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, there's a good chance he could lose his belt. I mean, for me, I realized, especially the way I started off when I was doing YouTube, the way I was playing before wasn't really towards a boxing style. And I would be the first to admit that. And that's one of the reasons why I really do appreciate doing YouTube. Is like, you know, it really opened up my eyes to say, hey, you know, everything that I'm doing isn't everything that I'm preaching about. So that's why I feel I've gotten a lot better as a player from when I first started. And you know, there's a lot of guys out there who might say I was better before, but I was also kind of exploiting the game.
Yeah.
Look at this guy right here. Look at this guy right here. Come up on him, fighting.
Oh, here they
Come
are.
out the bushes on him, man. Stab him. All these dudes up here just like they're on patrol or something. Like they don't know where to go. Go through the metal detector. Maybe that might bring some people over here. But yeah, so fighting sim and people saying they're good when they're not. Yeah, I don't pay attention to people like that.
Oh, they're all in here with me.
Okay, you have fun, Arachnid. There's only 4 of them. I'll help you out, actually. Why not? You seem like you're struggling over there. Got that one guy down. 2 more.
Your boy. 3 melee kills in here? 4
Good
what?
stuff. It's about time. So B-Hop talking about wait. Hold on. Okay, so B-Hop talking about wait until Floyd is 49-0 when he'll B-Hop. What? Floyd is 49-0 when he'll B-Hop will be 50, assuming he beats Stevenson, calling it 50-50 at middleweight. I don't think B-Hop should fight Floyd. I really wouldn't want to see that fight. Not that it won't be like 2 tacticians or 2 masters or anything at the game, and it wouldn't be an interesting thing to fight to watch. But B-Hop will have to come all the way down at 60, and it will say, you know, Floyd just drained them. Floyd will have to come up to 160, even though Floyd could probably do that. Oh, hostage, what?
All right, let me see if I can get over there.
Okay.
How'd you get in there? You and the others?
Yeah, I'm in the stairwell. Come on, Arachnid, come on. I don't know, huh? Yeah. Right here, right here, right here. Arachnid, what the hell?
Dude,
Come up the stairs.
yeah, there's a bunch of guys over there.
Shoot them. What are you doing?
I'm trying to go in with a technique.
Oh my God, just shoot them. God, if this was real life, I would have died. I definitely would have died.
I mean, you could tell me, hey, there's 3 guys
I just
over
told
here.
you there was people in here. If
No,
I got
you
caught
didn't.
hostage, what did you think happened?
I thought they tied you up like Payday and they were gone.
Oh my God, Arachnid, why? Dogs in up on me. I'm trying to read comments, man. Hold on.
Come around the
Hold on,
corner,
y'all, hold
there's
on.
10 guys on you.
I said it now, not the fact that you won. It's how you won. Wait. Who the hell am I getting shot by? All right. I need a. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to get to the. What the hell? Shoot! What the hell? All right, y'all getting these people up in here getting a little too disrespectful. I'm trying to read comments and they won't let me read comments.
Oh, see, taking a page out of my book.
I've been doing a lot of melee kills. Anybody watching the stream will know that.
Yeah,
crazy.
but the smoke grenade and the melee kill?
I didn't throw any smoke grenades though.
Oh, somebody threw it.
Okay.
Must have been one of them.
Let me stop by to read these comments. I've always said it's not the fact that you won, it's how you won. Give me a hell yeah if you agree. Hell fucking yeah. How about that one instead? Iron Wolf, Tyler, I wish I wasn't boxing and literal. I will talk the hell out of it with ya. Tyler, Kodo never. I don't know what y'all talking about right now. But Loco knows boxing. He knows his boxing. It will be an interesting conversation. Or Red Eye's more of a UFC wrestling guy. By the way, I haven't even gave nobody no plugs, but youtube.com/RedEyeJedi and youtube.com/LocalP420. Great guys to watch. That fight that you and AZ had, I thought you was gonna win it. I ain't gonna say nothing about how that fight went. I thought that you did a real good job being aggressive in that fight. Man, this dude behind me is gonna try to. Let me get the main threats. Damn it! I can't. Oh, so much to do. Arachnid, I need help.
I know. I'm trying to get over there.
What you think? Kodo has anything left? See, everybody always talks about how Kodo makes excuses during his big, whenever he's in a big fight, like when he lost to Floyd. Even though I didn't think he had any excuses, people say that he has excuses against Antonio Margarito and he doesn't take responsibilities for when he loses, or even against the fight in Austin Trout. I say that Kodo has a lot left, and Kodo is gonna be. I think he's gonna win against Martinez. I think Martinez has nothing left in all actuality. That fight with Martin Murray was obviously a fight Martin Murray won, but they gave it to Sergio because he's the bigger name. So if you can't handle Sergio, like the guy is, I mean, if you can't handle Martin Murray, not to say that Martin Murray probably isn't a good boxer or anything, but he's an unknown boxer, especially here in America. He's a UK guy. But if you can't handle people, how am I hostage again, man?
Oh, great.
Let's just watch Arachnid right now.
Dude, he made the switch. What are you doing? He's got me now. Okay, nice.
What?
So I saved you, and then you let me die.
No, I didn't. It's like I'm looking at this now like, what the heck? What the hell? It's like the whole game froze or something.
It didn't freeze for me.
It did on my screen. Look at the stream.
Oh, okay.
But,
that Roadrunner internet.
Yeah, it's not my fault. I don't expect Floyd to go 160, but if Kodo beats Sergio, it is a slim chance. But I agree, don't really want to see the fight either. Not because it's just because of the difference in weight that both fighters will have to do, and neither fighter really fights at 160 anymore. You can't get a restart after this. I feel like that's not cool. Like
I'm picking a different mission.
I was gonna say let me get one match in on Fight Night so Loco, he can see some boxing.
Oh, okay.
And then we'll come back to Splinter Cell.
All right.
But I mean, Loco's been wanting to fight. Why not? Why don't we do a fight right now, Loco, so the people can see? Not that I wouldn't want to see the fight. It's just the difference in weight. That's the biggest thing for me. Yeah, but I think Kodo. If Martinez can't stand up to if Martinez can't stand up to Martin Murray, I don't know how in the world he thinks he's gonna go ahead and take out Kodo. I don't think there's a lot that he has. Sergio basically just throws a lot of jabs and straights, and with a guy like Kodo, he's going to get on the inside. He's going to be there all night. And Delvin Rodriguez was a really good boxer. Even though a lot of people don't know who he was. I used to watch Friday Night Fights. Not used to. I still do. Watch Friday Night Fights all the time. And I see Rodriguez as a guy who can fight on the outside and he can bang with some of the best. Even though he didn't win against Kelly Pavlik and fighters of that caliber. As a B-rated fighter, I think he's done a good job. And Kodo just came in there and blew him out in 2 rounds. So, yeah.
Okay, let me ask you about Sean Porter.
That's the homie. I mean, did you see the last fight?
Now, I have to be honest with you. I saw a little bit of it, but I told you, we agreed last week Sean Porter was going to get destroyed. I had really no interest in watching it.
We didn't agree on that. I said Sean Porter was going to go to work.
Wait a minute, because I thought we didn't bet because we both knew Sean Porter was going to lose.
No, I said Sean Porter was going to win. You say he was going to win too.
We might have to go back to the live stream. We probably could have bet on that.
No, I definitely said Sean Porter was going to win. You said it too.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I'll take your word for it since I look like a winner for saying that, but
Oh my god.
But I don't know. I mean,
okay, well, this is basically what happened. Sean Porter, the thing with Paulie Malignaggi in the fight was that it's not that he's not a good boxer, but he came in with the wrong strategy. Porter's a fighter that's gonna rough you up. He's gonna come on the inside. He's gonna bully you. He's gonna throw punches from all different angles, and from weird angles too. And he's basically overpowering you. It's like you ever seen one of those times where people are slap boxing and they think it's just gonna be a technical match and then they just get
Yeah.
rushed and they start complaining and crying?
Uh,
Well, that's basically what happened in that fight. Was Paulie thought he can stay on the inside with Porter and just try to use his defense like that, but Porter just ended up bull rushing him and throwing these serious combinations, these left hooks and right hooks, these power shots after he leaned in with that good jab. And Paulie was trying to stand in and smother him, which wasn't the right idea. He should have been using his feet. There's been a few times actually in the fight
yeah.
where Paulie made him miss
Oh,
because. Go ahead.
really? That music? Oh, okay. Yeah.
But there's been a
Sorry.
few times. There's been a
Uh,
few times during the fight where it was like, yeah, Paulie could have made him miss a lot more. I mean, eventually, I know Sean Porter can box, so it's like Porter would eventually switch his strategy and beat him that way too. But he used the wrong strategy, which is the main reason why he lost.
Uh, well, something else this is kind of changing gears, but something else I was talking about because we spent the better part of last week talking about Floyd Mayweather, and obviously every time he comes up, Pacquiao comes up, and we talk about people ducking people, and we always put it on the fighter. But I mean, do you think that sometimes that it's not the fighter? Sometimes the fighter actually does want to fight, but it's the people in his camp who are looking to keep their fighter's record. The promoters don't want to book it because their guy's going to look bad, and the fighter's going to end up making less money over time. And that means they're going to get 10% of less is less. I mean, do you think sometimes the fighter's ready to go and it's the people in his camp that are saying no?
Hmm. I think that it has to do with both. Sometimes certain fighters don't want to fight certain fighters because of the fact that they know if they try to go in there and fight against a good opponent that they're gonna lose. This is the main reason why a lot of people didn't want to fight Erislandy Lara, because they knew as a Cuban style fighter or even Gurmel Rigondeaux that that style will give them trouble and it's not something that they can do well. CeeLo, I know CeeLo wants to play, but God, it's like it's like the minute you hop on Fight Night, that's what happens. It's like I
Yeah.
forgot, and I said we're gonna do more Splinter, so. Well, I mean, I fight CeeLo every stream, so maybe I'll have to put CeeLo on hold this time. Um, but it could be that, and then sometimes, like they said for the Pacquiao fight, it could be $40 million in favor to go to Pacquiao, and Pacquiao wasn't happy with that. So that tells me, like, you said all this about how you want this fight to go down, you'll do anything to have the fight go down, and then now that it's come time for the fight, you don't want to take the 40 million. So it's like you want more. Obviously, that fight is gonna be worth a lot more than both fighters just either like getting 40 million, Floyd getting like 80 or something,
Yeah.
something crazy like that. I mean, I could see both fighters making 100,000 a piece and this going really well.
Oh, here's Reese. Reese, let me ask you something because over the week I was responding to so many messages, and I think I was talking to you, and you sent me a message and I didn't respond to it, and maybe I did, but if I didn't respond to that last message you sent me, let me know and I'll respond to it.
Yeah, what's up, Reese? Though, Reese, I'm glad that you was able to make it to the stream. I know you sent me that Twitter message like 3 hours earlier. I didn't get to see it until I went to go start streaming.
Yeah.
So one thing I wanted to talk about real quick was that I was looking at some of my matches and I've watched the criticisms from other people, and people say Fight Night, you're too aggressive when you fight. You don't fight defensive enough. And I feel like there's two types of defense. You can play defense while being aggressive. It's definitely possible. Like some of the all snap, but some of the greatest fighters of all times. Like let's take Mike Tyson for example. He was good because he had a good defense. Once that defensive responsibilities of his kind of faded away, and he wasn't able to slip those punches the way he was used to, you started to see Tyson start losing more fights because of that. So like the best fighters usually have a good defense. So I
Well,
was
I mean,
thinking, you could be aggressive and be defensive at the same time.
I'm surprised they call you aggressive because when I think of like people who just go balls in, Dave DeRipped one. He's one of those guys in the first round. He's looking for the kill. He's eased up a little bit on that now, but traditionally he was like that. When I see Sakuraba play the game, he tries to go all out.
Yeah, I don't really even fight that well when I'm fighting extremely aggressive. I think the amount of punches I throw may be considered me aggressive, but you can be aggressive with your punch output. I'm supposing that's what it is. Porter was gonna run over him anyway. Haven't seen that happen to Paulie since Kodo. Actually, that's Sean Porter's the first person to knock him out. TKO doesn't exactly. Was it a TKO? It was either a TKO finish, or it was an actual split decision. I can't really remember at this time. But Porter's the first one to actually knock him out. I think Paulie had a cut, and that's the reason they stopped that fight. No, you didn't reply, buddy. Reese said you didn't reply.
Yeah, I was actually looking at something. I'm going to send you a link later. And part of the problem was there's another person named Reese who's subscribed to me, and I think I was talking to them too, and it got kind of confusing. But let me run down. I believe he was asking me how I discovered Japanese wrestling, or where I watch it, or is it on TV. I discovered Japanese wrestling, first of all, watching some, the great Muda and Jushin Thunder Liger, Kensake Suzuki, Kira Hokuto, some of the people that would come over, when Eric Bischoff started bringing people over from Japan to be on Nitro and Thunder and the pay-per-views. That was my first taste, and I liked it. And back in the day, you had to trade tapes, so I knew a guy who would always get New Japan tapes, and I would trade him my ECW hardcore TV tapes because he had cable. He could only get the shitty ECW on TNN. So I'd trade him my good ECW tapes for stuff from Japan. And then as time went on, I started watching things on YouTube. I started seeing TNA and Ring of Honor bring guys in. If you have the Fight Network, they show a lot of Japanese wrestling. And also, there's a lot of Japanese wrestling that's streamed live onto iPay-per-view at Go Fight Live and Ustream. And also, some of the Japanese pay-per-views are actually on television. But anyway, I'm going to send you a link because I was watching a match and I was like, I've got to send that match to Reese. So hopefully that's an answer. Hopefully you're the one who asked me that question too.
Okay, I'm about to look at Tyler's comments because I saw they were there. Tyler, hold on. I'm in the middle of the round. I'll get to those in a second. Right now, Local's fighting extremely aggressive, and he's using Ricky Hatton, so I'm actually liking this because I feel like it's going to ruin his stamina for the later rounds. So we're going to continue to look to work the body here and keep playing a little bit defensive-minded. Even though we ain't blocking a lot of these punches. I mean, I'm using Kendall Holt. You can only block but so much.
Well, no, yeah. I disagree with that. You're blocking a lot of those punches with your body.
I guess so. Porter's the first to KO him.
Your head.
Yeah. Other stoppages were Kodo, Hatton, and Khan. I don't remember Hatton being a stoppage. Khan? I don't think Khan stopped him neither. It might have been Khan. It just might have been Khan and Kodo before that. I don't remember Hatton though. Fighters at the level really are scared or duck other fighters. It's almost always build the fight. It's less cash in. Someone touches first, etc. Speaking of Laura, kudos to Alvarez for taking it. I think Alvarez was more, he felt more disrespected if anything, because I don't think if Laurie Londa did what he did at the press conference, he would have fought him. But, seeing what I saw him do to Pedro in the last fight, man, I would not want to be at Aris Laurie Londa right now. Canelo's going to make him pay for that big time. I got Canelo for that fight for sure. I mean, even though there was somebody who was a power puncher that Arislani Lara was able to outbox not too long ago, and people thought, that I think it was Pedro actually. Pedro would have got him if that fight continued, but I think it was the TKO where the referee stopped that fight from continuing on. Local's doing a nice job of trading right now and just keeping this pressure up. We gotta see how long it's gonna last for though, before he slows down. So we're being patient right now. We might lose a lot of these early rounds for that. As we connect with the left uppercut, stun him. Another counter right uppercut. For some reason, he's still up on his feet. Might have been a minor stun.
Yeah.
God.
Oh, by the way, Reese, if you want to see some good Japanese wrestling, actually, in a couple of months, TNA's doing a pay-per-view from Japan. It's going to be TNA versus Wrestle One, and I mean, it's the best of TNA versus the best from Japan, and I'm assuming that's going to be a phenomenal event.
Liger better be in it.
No, man, this is Wrestle One. Liger's in New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Aw. Because you said from the best from Japan, so I would think, Liger would be in there.
You got your boy Austin Aries on the card. I mean,
No, that's your boy. Stop playing.
You don't appreciate Austin Aries.
I mean, he's alright.
Oh, okay. Probably the best wrestler in the United States, Austin Aries. If not him, I'd go AJ Styles. Or Kurt Angle.
Yeah, I'll go Kurt Angle.
Maybe Samoa Joe or Christopher Daniels. There's a bunch of them.
Yeah, you could put the link in the chat if you want.
Yeah.
So that people can see, since Reese wants the link.
Well, I mean, it's like a 40-minute match, so we just send it to Reese later.
I mean, I'm going to watch it. Why not?
We're just waiting here for Ricky Hatton to get that knockout.
Well, Ricky Hatton just actually knocked me down. Local P420 catching the first knockdown of the fight not too long ago. End up chin checking us. What I think it was the left uppercut, but we got to switch strategies.
God.
I'm sorry,
you boxing and reaching into a bag to grab some Pringles at the same time?
I mean, why not?
I mean, the controller's all greasy.
Maybe that's the reason we got knocked down. Okay, so as we take a look at the scorecards here, I'm down 2 rounds to 1. Local P420 actually being able to score a knockdown there. And he also took round number 2. So we're going to have to look to outbox him. This trying to outwork him isn't working right now.
He must have that weird strategy where when he's boxing, he just boxes. He doesn't actually go and have snacks.
Yeah, I mean, I do everything. I'm a chill person, man. This is what I do. Big fight or not. And even, like, quote-unquote big fights, I don't really take them serious. So it's like, man, I like to relax when I play the game. That's the whole point of playing the game.
Yeah. Well, I mean, sometimes I had an experience the other day, and I'm not going to name any names, but, you play some people, they get thirsty.
No, this is local. I played local many of times.
Yeah, I'm not saying him, but I'm saying some other people, and it's not enjoyable.
I mean, some people do whatever it takes to win. Like, for me, I don't mind losing. Like, for me, losing is a good thing because you learn stuff.
Uh-oh, Legend's in the comment section.
What's up, Legend? Welcome to the stream, man. You're a bit late, but it's all good. Anybody's welcome to join at any given time. I'm glad you was able to make it.
Okay, so... Okay, there's going to be a lag between when I ask you this and when you say it. You don't have to answer it, but what do you think you need to do to switch up your strategy?
Probably stop talking so much. I'm kind of on autopilot. It's like, I'm sure everybody has this when they play video games, but especially combat sport games. You have like that one thing that you're used to, like those combinations that you're used to, those punches that you're used to throwing. So it's kind of like, especially when you're trying to think and do something else, you kind of just do what comes instinctively, if that makes sense.
Right. Well, science, and I'm a big science guy, science actually figured out there's a thing called flow that happens when people play video games sometimes, where they get into that zone and they go into autopilot. And it's almost like when you're reading a book and you're reading that top line, and the next thing you know, you're at the bottom of the page and you read everything, but you're like, I don't know what happened last 30 seconds. Like, that kind of thing happens. And I noticed that happening when I was playing Gran Turismo 5.
Ah, okay. So maybe that can explain what goes on like almost every Live Fight Friday.
Yeah, you know. But I mean, it's hard to stay focused. It's kind of something that just happens.
Codon went to 12. Okay, so that was the decision. Okay, so Khan did. I didn't remember that. I didn't really get to see much of that fight between Khan and Paulie Malignaggi. I didn't get to see much of it. So I really didn't remember the exact stuff on it too. I mean, everybody has those little memory lapses, even though it's still a good fight.
Damn.
I mean, like Khan. I want to talk. Let me ask you a question, Tyler. Did you think Khan actually deserved that Mayweather fight? Because I really felt he didn't.
Yeah, I really didn't think he deserved it either. I mean, especially after what he did in that Star Trek movie.
Oh my god, what are you talking about?
That was the same guy, right?
Nah,
Oh,
Amir
okay.
Khan. It's like he's a British fighter, if I'm correct, or either that was Australian. I can't really remember at this moment. I'm trying to focus on the game, but like he's lost almost all his big fights. So it's like, well, why in the world do you, out of all people, get to fight Mayweather? Because of your name? Because of some of the fans you can attract? Like Mayweather is the biggest, payday you're gonna get. So it's like, why does anybody want to even give Amir Khan like he has the right to fight him?
Yeah, I mean, at the same time, everybody wants, and Mayweather will say it. Mayweather, when he fought Canelo, he was like, "Yeah, he's not gonna win. He's got no shot, but this is his payday, and he's happy about that."
Yeah,
And
well, he says that
that's,
to everybody.
I mean,
The closest one to beating him, I have to say, was Miguel Cotto and then Zab Judah. I didn't feel really, and I mean Mosley had that one time he almost knocked him out, but after that it was just all Mayweather. I mean Judah was doing really well in the first 5 rounds, and he actually knocked Floyd down, but they said it wasn't a knockdown even though it was. So
yeah.
yeah,
Well, sometimes they like to say, "Oh, he slipped," or there was some ice that melted from a cold compress or something out there on the canvas,
don't
and
worry, Loco, I'm not that much distracted. Just saying. We're gonna get this fight in, man. No excuses. Whoever wins wins because they earned it. We're gonna get this in though.
yeah.
I'm gonna let Arachnid talk to people for a bit. Tell him about his channel as he does almost every other stream. Here's my late plugs again, man. Like
I
almost an
mean,
hour.
yeah. Well, I mean, at least you give late plugs. What some people like to do is they have a problem with someone and they'll have a live stream that's, 2 hours long, or they'll post a video, like a boring Fight Night Champion video. Just, when these people come in with the commentary every like 2 minutes, you hear them say something like, "Oh, yeah, that was a nice shot." And then he's quiet again. And at the end of the stream, then they're gonna say something because they're talking shit about someone, and they're gonna call somebody out. It's like, oh, yeah, that's not ballsy, dude. No one's, they're not staying tuned for this whole stream.
Right?
I'm not gonna point anybody out, say any names, but you may or may not know who I'm talking about.
I know who you're
Anyway,
talking about, but that's beside the
yeah,
point.
yeah. All right. Anyway,
Oh,
yeah,
what the heck?
what happened?
Did I get one PKO'd? I did. The hell?
Damn. Well, I was just about to start going, but I guess the fight's over.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was British too. Yeah, Reese. I don't like Amir Khan either. No, but I do think the fight would have been better if he was on his game. I don't respect Amir Khan as a boxer. I just don't. Like you try to brawl and you have no chin. What kind of common sense does that make to get into a brawling match when you have no chin? That's like when Jonathan Banks in the heavyweight division gets into a brawl. Yeah, you got power, but you got no chin. If you got no chin, you better stick to boxing and have those hands up like Ricardo Lopez at all times. I don't understand why guys think it's a good idea to go in there and start
Uh,
brawling.
well, you see this sometimes, especially guys who have no chin, and it becomes something the announcers start saying and the fans catch on, so then they want to be more ballsy because now they have to prove, like, yeah, I've got a chin.
Yeah,
I don't have that glass jaw. Look at me brawling. I'd have to be a complete idiot to fight this style if I didn't have a chin, so I must have a chin.
yeah, like Billy did. Like, what the hell is wrong with you? Yeah, good fight, Loco. I'm sad it had to end in a one-punch knockout, but let me just fight CeeLo just to fight him, Arachnid, and we'll get back
All
on
right.
Payday, all right? Not
Yeah.
Payday, on Splinter Cell.
Splinter Cell.
I know you're not much in the mood to be talking boxing, but
Well, you know what it is? I just did the I just went balls out doing the throwdown commentary, and that's like it kind of burns me out a little bit from calling sports for the day. My throat's all sore. I've got to go drink some lemon tea, but let me tell you something. Throwdown on Thursday, that is going to be a phenomenal event. All I'm saying, there's so many firsts on Throwdown this Thursday. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, it's on my YouTube channel. It's the best wrestling event you're gonna see. It's every Thursday night. This Thursday night, we've got two undefeated individuals: Takeshi Morishima taking on Shinjiro Otani. They're going head to head. It's the first time someone's losing the streak, the other guy's advancing in the tournament. Then you talk about the main event. You've got Kenta Kobashi defending his
Oh my
IWGP
God.
World Heavyweight Championship. I don't know if you noticed this Fight Night. It is the first time that belt has ever been defended on Throwdown.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Oh my God, like I can't wait to see that. Let me talk about Kenta Kobashi for the people who don't know. For the last time I saw Throwdown, man, Kenta, it was a good back and forth match for a while, and then Kenta just lost it, man. Like I think he hit 2 lariatos, an orange crush. I think he hit 2 of those, and he just became a man possessed at the end. And it was just like a brutal display. I think he busted the guy open too. It was harsh, man. Did not want to see that. Hold on, let me. Good. I mean, yeah, I bet Floyd could crack that chin too, man. Like out of all people, I think just stop, please. I don't know what gives him such a big name, but Khan just seems to be a British favorite for some reason. Like, you can't go balls deep with no chin. I feel like he doesn't even represent British people right. You know, British people, especially in boxing, they're known for tough guys, smash mouth guys. You can't fight a smash mouth style and with no chin. I just don't see how it's possible.
Well, you know, and that's the weird thing too. When you're a boxer, if you're American, you just have to worry about being a boxer. Nobody cares that you're American. You're just a boxer. But when you're from any other country, because at this point, the United States is the epicenter of professional boxing. When you're from any other country, there's this pressure because you've got the whole country on your back and you have to represent.
Well, like we said before, America is a world in itself. For Throwdown, what system is it for? Boxing? No, see, Throwdown is just the event, is what it's called. But Throwdown is actually Arachnid's invention with, you know, I'm not going to say what game it is because I don't want to get the name wrong. But, you know what? Why don't you tell them about it? And we'll talk about David Hay for a second, Reese.
I hate to tell people who play American wrestling games about the other wrestling games because let me put it to you this way. The wrestling games that were released 10 years ago, 12 years ago in other countries are still better than that shitty franchise based on that shitty company from New York that they put out every year. And the reason I hate to tell them is because I know people enjoy those games. And once they kind of wise up to the other games, they see, oh man, this game I'm playing is a piece of crap. But unfortunately, I don't have a console that'll run the better games. And now I've ruined things for myself. But anyway, you want to talk about hard hitting, man. I don't tell him who it is because it's exclusive for the Twitter followers who Kobashi's defending that belt against on Thursday. But this guy, the knees, man. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, God,
Those knees.
Those knees. Let's talk about him, man. The last time he was on Throwdown. I think, the knees were ridiculous.
He's back.
And
then, let me...
Wait, hold on. Why is everybody hating on David Hayes? Hayes sucks cock. We got Reese talking about I can't stand Hay neither. They'll say something about that, but continue to talk about Throwdown, man. I feel like I got to do a review for Throwdown every time it comes on now.
Yeah, you should start giving me some plugs and letting people know. I mean, this is. It's the hidden gem of YouTube. It's the thing you guys don't know is going on. It's going on every week, and it's fantastic. This guy, and I can't spoil it, but he had a match in Pride FC, and some people are gonna catch on to who I'm talking about. But man, it was him and Don Fry. They had one of the most brutal MMA fights I've ever seen in my life. And I would almost tell people go watch that after you watch this, but then I'd have to tell you who it is. So you might just want to follow me on Twitter at ArachnidSoul. Then you guys can figure out who it is. And unlike YouTube, where I want people to follow me who actually like my content, on Twitter I really don't give a shit. Just I don't care if I have a bunch of hollow children on Twitter.
The hollow children from last stream. I'm sure most of you guys remember that. Not exactly sure what happened just now. Well, apparently he got knocked offline. Khan got a huge win after Bradley had beaten Alexander and took a year off to get out of contract. In the meantime, Khan beat Maidana and a few others, and Khan did take some good shots from Maidana. Yeah, I don't know why he can't take no good shots from anybody else. I'm just saying. People love Khan over here. I have no idea why. I don't like him neither. I really don't like Khan. I just feel like if you're gonna box one way, stick to one way of boxing. I mean, perfect what it is that you're good at. You can't be a jack of all trades if you don't have qualities to go along with that.
Right.
Well, yeah. Fuck Hayes too. You should do reviews for Throwdown. I'm definitely gonna do reviews for Throwdown, man.
Yeah, the like a post game show.
I'm telling you, if y'all don't watch Thursday Night Throwdown on ArachnidSoul's YouTube channel, go over there. He has a whole library with every Throwdown's done. It's a complete playlist. Watch it from one all the way to the last one if you have time. Like, the commentary is great. I've been on a few of them. I'm just saying.
Yeah, you
other
were
than
good.
that, yeah, I mean, I'm alright. I don't know as much about wrestling as Arachnid does. Nowhere near as close. Like, he doesn't know as much about boxing as I do. It's the same thing. But
I think you're getting better though. I mean, you were talking about that Kobashi match. Yeah, you're no longer calling it a clothesline. You're showing it respect, calling it a lariat, a lariato. You know the Orange Crush. I mean,
I learned a lot from watching Throwdown. See,
I mean,
learn some history.
That's impressive because Kobashi's maybe one of the only wrestlers, if not the only wrestler in the world who even does the Orange Crush move. He invented it, and I don't think I've seen anybody else do it. Maybe somebody on the indie scene, but yeah.
I'm learning.
But yeah, I mean, well, what'd you think about last week? I mean, we had Misawa and we had Yuji Nagata, a match 4 months in the making. They didn't even wait for bell time.
Yeah, they're up there slugging it outside the ring. I mean, I'm more of a fan of guys sticking in the ring and, fighting inside the ring. But the brawl outside was a different pace. I mean, the whole intro got cut off, so it was like it was a good episode of Throwdown. I mean, I'm more impressed with the actual ring tactics though. When they step out the ring, doing cocky pins like Scott Norton and people like that. Those are good matches too, but I'm more of the technical. I like more of the technical wrestling when I'm seeing a whole bunch of different moves.
Yeah, so you prefer more like when Jushin Thunder Liger had that match with Koji Kanemoto 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, matches like that.
Yeah, that was a good match. I mean, there's so many good people. What about what's his name? Tanaka.
Tanaka's good too, man. I know that's Sakuraba's favorite wrestler on Throwdown.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's a lot going on there. Anyway, let's get back to the boxing. We've done enough plugs. Go to my website, my YouTube, and check it out. What's going on with this match, Fight Night?
Well, I don't know what happened to CeeLo just now, but I guess he's getting back on. That's exactly what it is that we're waiting on. I don't know why he's talking about RIP to Eddie Guerrero. Maybe he died today or something. I'm not.
Oh yeah, it was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Was it? Oh, I don't know. I wasn't. You know what? A creepy story though. When Eddie Guerrero died, at that point, I don't know what year he died in. I stopped watching that company in early 2004. It was like the 10-year anniversary of me watching that recently. But I'm sitting there playing my favorite Nintendo 64 game, WCW NWO Revenge, and I'm sitting there, I'm editing Eddie Guerrero's tights, and I get a call on the phone, and this girl I know is like, Eddie Guerrero just died. And my first thought is she must be looking in the fucking window or something.
Right.
Because it was just the creepiest thing.
That is tight creepy.
But, it's kind of one of those deals. If you wrestle in that company, there's a good chance you might die.
Well, you keep saying that company. Just say what it is, man. I know what it is. I'm pretty sure anybody who knows who the hell Eddie Guerrero is knows who it is.
Yeah.
I mean, after, my last straw was when I saw The Undertaker lose at WrestleMania. I was like, what the hell? To a part-time fuckboy like Brock Lesnar? Plus...
Well, I mean, we saw... That was just a replay. We saw that happen in UFC. People were shocked that Lesnar won the UFC belt. And they said the same thing. This part-time guy who's at that point, Brock Lesnar was trying to get in the NFL. He wanted to play for the Vikings. He was wrestling over in Japan. He was actually the IWGP World Champion, lost that belt to Kurt Angle over in Japan. But he was doing so many things, and he was a part-timer. And when he won that UFC heavyweight belt, people were like, this guy. And talk about another guy with no chin. He was another guy who would go balls to the wall to prove to people that he had a chin, and he had no chin.
Yeah. He has no chin. Red Eye on the podcast that's on Sakuraba's channel. Go back a couple of videos, you'll see it. Ruben Hurricane Carter passed Sunday. Oh man, that sucks, man. But on Sakuraba's channel, we have a podcast that's going on between myself, Red Eye Jedi, ArachnidSoul, and Sakuraba 1982. We're also taking some special guests to come on every other Saturday. And, we talked about a variety of different things. So if you want to learn some stuff about MMA or some stuff on boxing, some things we have opinions on, go ahead and check that out. Yeah, Reese doesn't like them neither, apparently.
Good. That's just being smart. Why root for a company seriously that kills off more of its athletes than not only any other wrestling company, but any sports company? A company that dodges taxes, a company that has no retirement benefits, a company with a bullshit wellness policy. I mean, there's a lot going on there.
Well, I'm pretty sure they're going to take care of Cena.
Oh, yeah. Well, he's throwing his hats out into the crowd, so he's paying for his retirement. But I think when we did that podcast, was me, you, Red Eye, and Sakuraba, we pretty much had combat sports covered.
Yeah, anything that you want to know about combat sports or just sports in general. If you want to know about soccer, we got soccer specialists. Yep. You want to know about boxing and like regular American football, of course, your boy got that covered. You want to know about basketball, I got that covered as well. Now, the two sports that nobody on the podcast knows about is golf and baseball. We don't watch those. I'm sorry about that.
Well, and Red Eye's got hockey covered too.
Yeah, see, we got it from all different angles, man. That's something that I definitely might want to go ahead and check out.
I mean, I could. We've talked about this, about how boring we think baseball is. I've said before, I could sit down and watch golf before I could watch baseball.
Yeah, I could watch almost any sport before I watch that. I want in on the podcast. Okay, I mean, I'm pretty sure we can get that done. I know Pemby wanted in on that too, so he might be our guest for this week coming up. I mean, we'll have to see what goes on though, local. We'll talk about it and then we'll get back to you as usual. You know me. All I gotta do is hop into PSN and I'll see you on there. But I'm gonna hop into a random fight, or unless if Arachnid wants to go back to Splinter Cell, or if he's enjoying stuff.
You can do one more and then we'll go to Splinter Cell.
All right, let's see what kind of, cheese ball we get going now. Let's see how long this guy's e-penis is on. That's also something that came from the podcast as well.
You think it's going to be Frost, or you think he's going with a 10-foot tall creative fighter?
Well, let's go heavyweight and find out. Lesnar is a goof. I don't like Lesnar, Red Eye. I can't stand him. Reese doesn't like him. I don't think anybody in the world likes Brock Lesnar. If you do, I have a personal vendetta against you. We can never be friends. I mean, I'll use Kawasaki. I got no problem.
The thing you got to remember, Tyler, is that MMA isn't different from professional wrestling. MMA started out as a division in professional wrestling in Japan in Antonio Inoki's New Japan Pro Wrestling. It then became the UWFI, and you had people like Ken Shamrock and a lot of the people you might know from pro wrestling, Nunzio or Guido, whatever you want to call him, Funaki, Kazushi Sakuraba, a bunch of people. So there's so much crossover between amateur wrestling, professional wrestling, shoot fighting, MMA, and all of those different things that I don't really delineate between them. And the truth is, a lot of those people have done multiples of those. I mean, Kazushi Sakuraba, one of the greatest MMA fighters of all time. Same thing with Ken Shamrock. These guys started out as pro wrestlers. Yeah. They transitioned into something a little bit different, and they go back and forth. I mean, Sakuraba right now is under contract again with New Japan Pro Wrestling. I mean, the same thing with Brock Lesnar. He went from amateur wrestling to pro wrestling to MMA. Now he's back to pro wrestling.
I mean, why not? So it's the Frost Cheese Bowl this time, Arachnid.
Okay.
What's up, CeeLo, man? It's all good, man. Don't worry about the freeze. I know what's going on. Not current on baseball, but I do know it from about 2006 and prior. I don't. We don't associate ourselves with baseball, man. I can't stand that sport.
Yeah, I mean, even if we had someone on the podcast who knew about baseball, I think we all be trying to change the subject. Like, oh, okay, that's nice.
Okay, Tyler. What we're talking about here is we're talking about the podcast, and from the podcast, we was talking about sports that we're good in, like knowledgeable about. Arachnid's really knowledgeable about wrestling and MMA. I'm not wrestling so much, but I'm knowledgeable about boxing and like American football. Sakuraba and Red Eye Jedi is knowledgeable about UFC and soccer. So there's a lot of different stuff that you can learn from watching our podcast. Is what we was trying to say. And then Arachnid was just talking about why we don't like baseball and some other things.
Yeah, I think for me, if I would have been introduced to baseball at a young age and I would have grown up in a house with all the stuff all over the wall and going to the games, it's that whole nurture thing. Maybe I would like baseball, but it's just kind of one of those things I had to play in PE occasionally, and I was like, what? Every time we got to the little baseball season in PE that would last 2 weeks, it's like, oh man, please put me in the outfield. I just want to hang out in the outfield with the glove.
See, we was talking about legit wrestling. See, I like how people, I used to have the same thing. Like, I used to have the same thought about, fake wrestling versus real wrestling. I think Arachnid is better off to answer that question than I am, though.
Well, yes. I mean, okay, first of all, WWE is a company, much like UFC. WWE is not pro wrestling, UFC is not MMA. It's one company in those different things. When you talk about pro wrestling, there's hundreds of different organizations. And yes, Sakuraba is wrestling in New Japan Pro Wrestling again and has been for, a year and a half now, I think.
Well, explain the difference between fake wrestling and real wrestling, because when we first met, I thought the same thing about WWE being fake wrestling.
Okay, so basically, this is what I talked about before. In the late 80s, when the Athletic Commission was really cracking down on sports, Vince McMahon, the owner of WWE, went on TV and said, he basically spread all these lies. It's all fake. The chairs are fake. The blood's fake. They don't get hurt. And he sold this to the people so the Athletic Commission would not regulate. And also because he wanted to have the biggest, most jacked up wrestlers in the world, he didn't want them to come in and steroid test the wrestlers. And at the same time, when you don't pay the Athletic Commission, you don't have to pay the IRS. You can dodge taxes and you can do all kinds of illegal shit. So that's why it happened. And once the public caught on with that, their imagination ran wild. And it's to the point now where I always say, what's more real than death? What's more real than injuries? The fact that that league has more injuries and more deaths than any other league in any other sport, even though I don't watch that league for that reason because they have so many deaths, it's like, what do you have to do to get it through to people? And I think the other thing is, especially in the United States where it's less respected than in Japan, they realize they're watching wrestling, they're not watching boxing. In the United States, people seem to think that they're watching boxing. So when they see a punch not connect, they think, oh, well, this is fake. Well, okay, was it fake when the guy got suplexed outside? Was it fake when the guy got hit in the head with the chair? Was it fake when you found out that 10 guys who were alive 5 years ago are now dead?
Okay, let me answer some of these comments before you go on with that. What I meant was it being a legit sport. I know it's athletes risking their body, but the outcome is rehearsed, right? If there are leagues that don't have BS, I'll check it out. Yeah, there's a lot of different wrestling leagues. I came to find that out as well. I'm sure Arachnid would tell you all about those different leagues. But I used to think it seems like the outcomes are legitimately rehearsed. Like, I still kind of believe that, but I also believe what Arachnid was telling me about everything being legitimate.
Well, so here's the thing. In any combat sport that's done in a ring or a cage, there are some matches that are predetermined and there are some that are not. I mean, you even come to notice that in boxing. I think the difference is in boxing, a lot of the times they don't tell the boxers. You know, but the judges know. Okay, we're just gonna sit here. We know what's gonna happen here. Um, there's so much shit I could talk about, and there's so many different companies I could talk about, and you're asking me about the one company that I don't watch. So it's
No, he's asking about the other leagues now.
okay. So when we talk about some of the other companies that I watch, New Japan, and there's so much crossover in Japan still between MMA and pro wrestling that when I talk about New Japan, I'm talking about pro wrestling and MMA. And when I talk about Dream or talk about Pride or talk about ONE FC or Dynamite or any of these things, it's both pro wrestling and MMA. And you'll also notice that a guy like Sakuraba would still come out with the mask on, and he's still a pro wrestler at heart, and he's still a pro wrestler in the ring, because when he's fighting people and they're serious, he's doing cartwheels and he's doing diving Superman punches and all kinds of crap. Okay, I don't even know what the question was, but there's
He
some
just wanted to know if
ramblings.
there was some different leagues out there. As this guy's getting, see, this is how you beat an Isaac Frost player. You just gotta counterpunch the hell out of them, like I'm doing right now. You counterpunch them, all that strength should go back at them. That's the one thing I want to see in the new Fight Night game. Or I have some news to talk about in an upcoming video about that. I mean, I'll tell y'all on the stream
Right.
since, you know,
Well,
y'all know about it more. Well, you should
yeah.
know about it because you guys obviously are more dedicated to the channel. Now, you see, this is what I'm not understanding. How many times did I just counterpunch this guy? Like, legitimately just counterpunched him
Frost.
over 10 times, and he's just walking through it. Like, I counted him to the body, I counted him to the head, and he still knocked me down. Like,
That's Isaac Frost, I'm trying to tell you.
yeah, this is the cheapness, man, of the game.
But
when a fighter counterpunches you in real life, you feel everything, he feels everything you got plus what he got at you tenfold. That's how he feels it, because that's just how much it hurts. It's a counterpunch. It's your own weight against you. It's your own momentum against you. Why, when I'm doing that to this guy, it's not penalizing him?
yeah. I don't know. Maybe you got to throw 15 or 20 counter strikes.
Yeah, maybe so. Okay, so Tyler says, when I was a kid, I watched NWA, AWA, WWF. I agree there are athletes and they have to practice, etc. But I haven't ever seen a fight where, for example, you can bet on in Vegas. Because you're betting on it, it's just like it's already a predetermined outcome. That's how I always feel about WWE. It's like they're going to build one superstar up by having him go on a win streak while having some guys go on losing streaks. And it's like the way that is kind of playing out is like, you know, it's almost like a recorded show.
Well, I mean, again, we talk about Vince McMahon because you could bet on that stuff before he decided that he wasn't making money from people betting it, and he was going to potentially lose money from the athletic commission coming in. So he went on TV and said it's all fake. And that's the reason you can't bet on it. I mean, you know, and the funny thing is, I know for a fact there's 3 other sports that people really think are legit competitions that are not.
Like?
But, well, I'm not going to tell you.
No, say it.
I refuse to give out this information.
Oh,
but
okay, yeah, sure.
It's not basketball or football or baseball, but
It's not boxing either.
well, I mean, some of the time it's boxing.
It's never well, some guys are gonna take dives. They do it in UFC as well. Any sport
Well, that's what I'm saying.
there's a point where you could take a dive. But I'm saying boxing is a legitimate sport.
But well, it doesn't take it away. It doesn't take it away from being a legitimate sport, even if there's people taking dives, or there's certain fights that are worked, or there's judges that have predetermined endings, or, you know, maybe they have a fight and they're like, okay, well, this is just the fight we're going to have as kind of a show so we can have the real fight and make the real money down the road. That doesn't take anything away from boxing. And also there's different boxing leagues and different boxing commissions, and there's certain boxers that'll never do something like that, and certain promoters that'll never be involved with something like that. You know, you can't really say that it's everyone. It's very few people, but it does exist. And if you talk about Japan, not only does it exist, but there's that Japanese crime element that sometimes would make it happen, even if no one else was interested in it, no one else was going to make money from it. If, you know, certain elements of Japanese crime were, they'd go ahead and force the hand of the promoters.
I mean, like it's a freelance sport for the most part. You get a manager, you get a promoter.
Yeah.
And based on that, yeah, some judges are going to get paid off. People are going to get paid off. It's the same thing in basketball. You know, some of those refs are paid to say, hey, you know, if he fouls this guy, you know, he cries foul, go ahead and call the foul. I mean, you see it against the Knicks all the time.
I mean, I've
But
seen some bad calls in basketball.
you
and
see
I
some
know
bad calls in baseball too. I'm sure they pay the referees there too. Every place is paid. And you can influence anybody with money most of the time.
I mean, I do remember there was that referee in the NBA that did get caught betting on the games, and it's like, yeah, I don't know that you should be an official in the league if you're betting on one side.
I'm looking at the scorecard right now, and I legitimately can't understand it. Like, this man is getting outboxed. I will say that. I mean, last round didn't fight the best, but he's legitimately getting outboxed, and we're gonna win this fight. We will win this fight, and then I know CeeLo up there talking about smoking Joe still. So, you know, CeeLo's gonna have to get his too, I guess. It's just the fact he's fighting with Frost and he thinks he's good because of that. I can tell by the way he's fighting. He thinks, like, you know, I'm the man. But we got Ali, man. The self-proclaimed greatest of all time. Let's talk about that, man. Do you feel Muhammad Ali is the greatest boxer of all time? And I want people in the chat to tell me what they think as well. Because I don't think so.
Well, you want to bring this back around to wrestling, I guess. Thought we were off it, but, you know, Ali was a huge fan of professional wrestling. He actually competed in New Japan Pro Wrestling. And actually, that robe and the music and the fact that Antonio Inoki, the promoter of New Japan, took Muhammad Ali's music and gave Muhammad Ali that white robe. But Muhammad Ali was a big fan of people like Gorgeous George and wrestling, and that's basically what he did. He started doing wrestling interviews. He started doing wrestling vignettes, and it worked. And, you know, just like in wrestling, you give yourself a nickname and it sticks. And, you know, that's why he's the greatest of all time, because he said it over and over again.
Yeah, I mean, I know that's what you're saying because of what he said. Not necessarily term catchphrase, but there's people out there who legitimately believe Ali is the greatest boxer to ever live. That's what I'm talking about.
Well, I think Ali wasn't just a boxer in the ring, though. He had a whole lifestyle. You know, I think people are factoring all this stuff in. Him running through the streets of Manila with the 10 billion kids chasing him and chanting Ali Bombaye. And there was so much more going on there, especially back then. I mean, you've got to remember, now you've got TMZ and you've got all these things where every celebrity has a camera on them 24/7. Back in the day, you saw celebrities, whether they were boxers or actors, whatever, you saw them when it was time for them to box or when they were on that big screen. So Ali giving you all this access and controlling it. He always looked good, and he always made sure he looked good, and he put out videos that made him look good. And just, of course he had that larger than life image. If you're talking about his skill and taking all the hype and all the smoke and mirrors away from him, that's a different conversation.
That's the conversation we're talking about here. Because I don't think he was.
Who would you say it was? Foreman?
Foreman's not the greatest boxer of all time. Foreman was a great power puncher. In terms of, like, you know, as a pure boxer, I don't want to get into that conversation, but out of all fighters, I think what do you think of when you think of the word fighter?
I mean, I think of a lot of things. I'm an MMA guy, so I probably don't go to boxing right away, but
list them. Like, as a fighter, what do you think of, you know, what do you think makes a fighter great?
Okay, well, I like a fighter that can train in a discipline and perfect that discipline. I like a guy who's conditioned. I like a guy who's not going to gas out. You know, if a boxing match, for example, is going to go 12 rounds, I like that fighter who's prepared to go 30 rounds. At the same time, I like somebody where I'm kind of talking out of both sides of my mouth, because I say I like someone who can perfect that discipline. But at the same time, to me, a good fighter is someone who, if that's not working out for him, can realize it and can switch up strategy and has that B game to go to and can be as successful with it.
See, when I think of great fighter, I think of a person who's For example, in the sport of boxing, I think of somebody who's mastered the textbook discipline, and they can take what is supposedly was supposed to make the sport and do it good. The style is there. You know, I think also you have to have a decent power, decent speed, and most importantly, as a fighter, you cannot be afraid. You go in there and you do what it is that you have to do, and also, like you say, you can adjust. And I think that's what makes a great fighter. And when you talk about that, I think there's a couple of names that come to mind. One, a fighter who loses, like if you tasted defeat, that automatically takes you out of the conversation of being the best of all time. You can't be the best of all time if you suffer defeat, because that means there was somebody better than you on that particular night. But when it comes to being the greatest of all time, I go with Ricardo Lopez because of the fact of how he was able to put punches together. One, he was never scared to throw punches. Two, solid defense. Like his defense, he prided himself on defense. He lived on offense, but prided himself on defense. The way he kept his hands up all the time was very textbook like. Chin tucked down, hands up, chin down, as local P420 always says. And he was able to counterpunch. He was able to throw combinations. He did things fundamentally well with the jab. Like his footwork was great, his technique was great, his power was good. It's like there's nothing more that you can ask for a fighter, and I think he's only been down once in his career. But he retired undefeated, 49-0. So it's like as a boxer or as a fighter, he's what is determined as the perfect fighter, because not only did he did it textbook like, but he was also able to do what most fighters can't do.
Okay, let me ask you though, because I hear this term a lot in boxing and all the different sports where people talk about doing something textbook, and to me everything evolves. Sports evolve. If you look at boxing now and you look at boxing, those old clips of Jack Johnson, and the techniques are different, the stances are different, hell, the rule sets are different. So when you say textbook, I know what you're saying, but I almost think at some point it becomes guys sticking to something just because it's traditional, even though the athletes have evolved, the sports evolved, the techniques have evolved. Isn't it at some point time to get away from what's quote unquote textbook for that time?
It depends on exactly what it is that, like, you hear him say now, like Bernard Hopkins is old school. Guys like James Toney, those are old school style fighters. And it's like, you can think about this in two ways. Like, you can think like, okay, what's a textbook fighter? And like you said, it's per era. But it's like, textbook can only change but so much. You have the modern techniques that, aren't completely accepted. The thing about textbook fighters is those are techniques that are proven and worked. And it's the same thing like when it comes to learning or anything else. The best techniques are, ones that are proven to be effective. Not like I'm talking about not in the lab for like a few days or a couple of years or so. And then people are saying, okay, that's textbook. This is this is going to be the new Common Core standard as they're going with it now schools. It's like, no. That's not textbook. Textbook is proven method that works basically for everyone, or allow you to not compensate, but to deal with anything that you pretty much occur with. Let's go to the comments and see what some people have been saying. Nope, Floyd to me is there, but Rocky and Marciano, yeah, I agree, is there, and Ray Robinson, that's who I feel may partake in that title. Ray Robinson was good, but there's like fighters like Charlie Berkeley, he will duck. He has had his share of ducking because he didn't want to fight all of the greatest people, because even though they were kind of more like underground guys, those were people Ray Robinson didn't want to have any problems with. I know this is okay, but most of Ali's fights were boring. This is what Ali did. Ali. It depends on the time period. If you're talking about Ali in his prime, I felt like he done really well for himself. Most people say he ran when he didn't. That's the main misconception, that Ali was not a runner. He was not a runner. He moved to his left, like how you're supposed to do in the orthodox stance as an outside fighter. He jabbed with that left hand. He had a really solid jab. He moved to his left, and then when it came time to throw combinations and flurries, he threw them. So it's like Ali did not really run the way people make it out like he did. He wasn't a runner. I'll take that away from people immediately.
Yeah, he had a technique. It was the rope-a-dope technique. He would, and sometimes even when he wasn't rope-a-doping a guy, he would be an outside fighter. he'd lean over that top rope and he would shoot in with those beautiful jabs.
Yeah, so like most of the time, especially in his prime, most of his fights were in the center of the ring. As you said earlier, when he got into the old school style, not old school style, but when he came back to fight Foreman and develop the rope-a-dope technique, it's because all that he had there, he couldn't do that against Foreman. Foreman was going to be a guy who was going to cut the ring off. He was going to use that lateral movement. I think he was one of those fighters for his time period who wasn't really using, just following the guy. He was actually cutting the ring off. And a lot of guys during this time were following outside fighters. They weren't sticking to them like glue. I'm getting a bit confused because I'm trying to concentrate on the match. But yeah, I think y'all got the gist of what it was that I was trying to say there. Check some more of the comments. Read them out loud.
Well, first of all, Reese is saying that Ali wrestled Antonio Inoki. Yeah, that pretty much led to MMA. And Antonio Inoki, aside from starting New Japan Pro Wrestling, I believe 43, 44 years ago, he also Pride FC. That was him. Dream MMA. Now he has the IGF, the Inoki Genome Federation, which is half pro wrestling, half MMA, but it's all together. But yeah, I mean, that's what I was saying, though. You talked about Ali being able to switch up that strategy. That's exactly what I'm saying. He had that one discipline and that one technique, and when it wasn't working for him anymore, he went to that B game, and that was working.
Okay, let me reply to Tyler's comment here, saying he disagrees thoroughly on losing the fight that disqualifies you. I mean, you lost to somebody. It's like how Floyd and Adrian Broner before he lost used to say, "Why are you talking? You lost to somebody." And it's like, I should not. If you lose to somebody, yes, there's a responsibility that comes with losing that makes you great. And how do you respond to those losses? And early on, his losses came to people he was trying to get himself known throughout the Philly area when he was up there, trying to make a name for himself. And then afterwards, he pretty much went on a tear. Nobody could beat Hagler. Nobody did beat Hagler. I don't care what nobody says. Sugar Ray Leonard lost that fight. So for anybody to say that Hagler lost to Leonard, it's like I don't know what fight you was watching, but yeah, Hagler won that fight.
Well, I mean, I actually agree with Tyler, though. I mean, I think you can lose and still be considered the greatest of all time. Everybody's going to slip on a banana peel one night, or, I mean, come on.
Not everybody. There's not a lot of fighters, but there's fighters who definitely have not slipped as we end up catching this guy with a knockdown. Somebody please teach this man some defense. Finally knocked this guy down again. As you can see, we was losing basically every round on the scorecards. He has to be tired, so we got to go for this knockout. I will say this on his absolute best night. I don't think I've seen a fighter pound for pound that can beat Roy Jones Jr. I felt like Roy Jones didn't lose his first fight until I think it was against Jeff Lacey, if I'm mistaken. Because after the Montel Griffin fight, let's all be honest here, that was garbage. And I think he was 49-0 until he lost that fight. He lost to somebody. I can't remember the name right now. But it might have been Jeff Lacey if I'm correct. If not, somebody will correct me. I'm sure Tyler will correct me in the comment section. But there's not many fighters that could deal with Roy Jones. And I completely agree with that. The thing about Roy Jones is you got to consider the time period that he was in, the type of competition that he was fighting. I'm not saying that he wouldn't do well against, like, if you took every best middleweight and light heavyweight that he wouldn't do well. I mean, he did beat Bernard Hopkins, for God's sakes. And he beat James Toney, too, which is my favorite fighter. So, I mean, you can look at it from that perspective, but you can also throw him in there with some really great people, and we'll see what happens.
Well, and also when you talk about greatest of all time, when that comes up, a lot of people automatically go to the heavyweights. But like I keep saying, this is the age of the athlete. It's the age of smaller fighters with better conditioning who have a higher work rate. They throw the punches in bunches and they go all night long.
Yeah.
Do you think that 30 years from now, when people look back at boxing and they think about the greatest of all time, do you think Ali's name will come up? Or do you think... Okay, but do you think it'll be more of, okay, he was all right, but the greatest of all time was maybe, Money Jr.?
Yeah, that's definitely possible. I mean, the sport's constantly having good competition in it. It's just like with football. People will say at one time Johnny Unitas was the greatest quarterback ever. Then Joe Montana came along.
Yeah.
Steve Young. People saying Peyton Manning and Tom Brady now. This is Drew Brees is. I feel like he's one of the greatest, and he's severely underrated for some odd reason.
Hmm.
But yeah, you look
All
at
right.
that as we
Okay.
end up catching this win against Frost here. We end up knocking him out. Um,
I'm, I mean, I see what you did there. That's all right.
what?
I'm just saying, when I used to watch American football, I was a Green Bay fan, but I didn't
Oh,
hear the
Brett
name
Favre?
Favre
And
come up. Okay.
because he's not the guy.
Come
Let's
on.
talk about Brett Favre for a quick second. Brett Favre cannot be the greatest of all times because the guy
I'm
was
not
a
saying
winger.
he's. I'm
You
not
can't
saying
throw that
he's.
many interceptions and be considered one of
Oh.
the greatest.
When you look at his interception record, I don't think people realize that some of these quarterbacks you're comparing him to are guys who, they were there in about 29. They're like, all right, I think I'm done playing football. This man stayed around. Brett Favre played football until he was 113.
I mean, that's admirable. I could say that for sure. I mean, Joe Montana, he came back on Kansas City and he was still tearing things up, took him to the playoffs. It's like, there's a lot of things you could say in terms of quarterbacks. There's a lot of names that come to mind, but if you're throwing that many interceptions, like, come on, man. Hagler losses were all controversial. He beat them all in rematches, and he was much more well-rounded than most people realize. Yet, he definitely had a sharp defense, and I feel like on Fight Night Champion, they do not give him credit for his defense. Ali changed a lot because of his legs weren't quite there. Yeah, that's what I said. His legs definitely weren't as good when he came back as they were before. Antonio Tarver, yeah, he was the first one apparently to beat Roy Jones. Thank you, Loco. It was Tarver after he beat Okay, yeah. Then he got
Yep.
clipped.
See, Loco's a Green Bay kid.
What are you talking about, Green Bay? Antonio Tarver's from Green Bay?
No, I'm talking about Loco.
Oh my
Loco
God.
in the comment section.
I didn't see that one come up yet. Oh, now it's there.
Yeah, the
I
whole
mean,
chat's screwed up.
I know y'all don't like these Giants. I'm just saying, like,
I mean, I'm from New York, but I guess when I was growing up, I didn't grow up in New York, so you know,
hey,
I
I'm
grew
a
up in
Giants fan to the day I die, man. That's my
I
team.
I grew up in Nevada. All right, we don't have any professional sports team in
Yeah,
any
so you're allowed to
sports.
freelance.
And we don't care, right? Exactly. See, nobody can call me anything. It's like if I grew up in Dallas and I didn't like the Cowboys, but I was a Vikings fan,
Yeah, that
you
would be a
get beat up
problem.
for that. Yeah.
First of all, why would you want to be a Dallas fan? Like, screw the Cowboys, man. Nobody likes them.
I mean, they have been a very successful franchise, though. I
Screw
mean,
their
to say the
franchise.
least.
I mean, I like Troy Aikman as an anchorman, but not in anything else do I like about the Cowboys.
I want to say he might have had his own football game. I think I remember playing Troy Aikman football.
I'm not sure
I
about
don't
all of
know.
that. I'm pretty sure somebody in this comment section is knowledgeable other than me about
I
football.
I used to
Jones
play
beat
some.
Hopkins easily with a broken right hand, then beat Tony easily. But I can see guys like Bob Foster giving him serious problems. Yeah, Bob Foster hit really hard, man. Bob Foster probably could have put Roy out of his commission. I mean, Roy had power though too. That's what a lot of people just think. It's the slick defense when it comes to Roy Jones and the amateur style combinations where he's always throwing punches, the shoe shining. But Roy Jones he also has some power. I mean, look what happened to Griffin when he got upset. Griffin up there talking about how he was working Jones, how he was giving Jones all kinds of combinations and whatnot. But that just wasn't the case.
Um, Reese is saying I have no idea what you're talking about basketball. Or yeah,
Basketball.
I don't know. He says American football. I don't know what you're
Yeah,
talking
American
about.
football. But
Yeah,
then we switched back over to boxing real quick because of the comments.
Yeah, I don't think I might have said something about basketball. I would almost say and I remember when Kobe started, and they're like, you know what? That's the guy who's gonna, not that he's gonna replace Jordan, because Jordan had all of that Ali stuff around him, but that's the guy who's gonna become the new Jordan after Jordan retires, and they were right.
Yeah. I mean, when I hear the conversation now about Kobe LeBron, I get upset because it's like you can't even compare the two. Kobe's so much better than it's not even funny.
Yeah.
Like, and I don't want to hear anybody say, "Oh, you know, LeBron." Like, no, I don't want to hear about it because it's like they're not even nowhere in the same league. First of all, they don't even play the same position. LeBron is a power forward. Kobe is a shooting guard. Jordan was a shooting guard. It's like you just can't put LeBron's name. Like LeBron hasn't even done enough to even be considered. I don't want to hear about the championships and Kobe had Rick Fox and all of them and Shaq, and I don't want to hear about how they got the rings. Everybody had a team. Jordan had Scottie Pippen and Steve Kerr. So it was like, yeah, he had players on his team too. And what's your favorite basketball player's name that you're always talking about?
I have to tell you.
I know his name though.
I know. Who is it?
It starts with it has rot in it. I'll give you a hint.
I have to. My favorite basketball player of all time, and now mind you, I'm not the biggest basketball fan in the world. I was actually more of a fan of playing the video games than watching the sport, and I've watched it occasionally, but because of everything he did outside of the court, and because of the outlandish shit, kicking referees, jumping on the announce table, not showing up to practice because he couldn't find his socks. Now he's going over to North Korea. Yeah, I gotta go with my boy with the multicolored hair, the worm Dennis Rodman.
There you go. It took you long enough to say.
Gotta go with him.
So that's Arachnid's favorite basketball player. I like Kobe, and Kobe Bryant is one of my favorite basketball players. Him and Steve Nash. Those are my favorite basketball players. Period. Oh, and I like Patrick Ewing a lot too.
How's Nash's ankle doing now?
Well, I think he's doing all right. I haven't watched basketball in quite a bit of time. I watched a few Knicks games earlier this season before they started losing. I'm not going to say I don't watch the Knicks because they're losing, but it's like, come on, you already know what's going to happen. It's like, they get you all excited until the third quarter comes when the game is tied up in the second half. Then they just start taking three-pointers and letting Melo shoot the ball. I don't care what anybody says. Carmelo Anthony is not clutch. Carmelo Anthony sucks. He's garbage. We're better off without him. Like we have been every other year that we was Knicks fans. Without the superstars, we just been better teams without the superstars. That's just the honest truth. Then you trade away players like Zach Randolph and really good, talented players like David Lee, and you send them away to the other teams instead of keeping them. And then bam, looks what happens. They go to another team and become superstars. So it's like, no, I don't want to hear it.
You know what the thing is? If I'm running a sports franchise and I know my team's not going to win the championship, they've got no chance, I at least say, well, let me try to bring some stars in here so we can sell some merchandise and at least make as much money as we can.
I mean, the Knicks have capabilities to win championships, but whatever. We need to get back to the comment section. We're going off on a tangent here. Niners from 80 to 95 best franchise ever. Nobody's better than the New York Giants. I'm sad to say that to anybody else who's a fan of any other team. If you're not a Giants fan, you're wasting your time.
Alec, I mean, Tyler's right. You gotta go Niners, Cowboys. What are you talking about, the Giants?
It's always the Giants. Let's take a look at the comment section. Reeve says, who is LeBron? Nobody likes LeBron. For real. Loco don't like him neither. Reese likes Dennis Rodman apparently too.
He had a whole city that liked him. LeBron had a whole city that liked him, and he looked at him and said, "You know what, guys? It's kind of cold here. I'm going to Florida."
Right? So he left Ohio to go all the way down to Florida. I mean, I heard they have better women over there anyway, so maybe that's why he left.
Yeah.
My favorite basketball player ever was Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson was a beast, man. Anybody that tall that can play point guard for their time was revolutionary. I like Dr. J too. I love Stockton. I mean, he was alright.
I have to be honest with you. When I look at Magic now, I think if he just got in the gym and lost maybe 30 pounds, he looks the same. He has the same face. I'm not convinced that guy couldn't come back. And I know he couldn't, but just to look at him, it's like, yeah, he could play.
I mean, hey, Jordan did it when nobody thought he would come back.
You know, and then
he did well on the Wizards. I mean,
I look at Larry Bird on the other hand. I'm like,
yeah, you're done, man.
Dude, you don't even have HIV, man. You look like shit. What happened? He's not paying that child support. It's
That's how all old white guys look, though.
I mean,
hey, let's be honest here.
You
I don't
know,
know what CeeLo's doing. I think he's getting cocky or something. He up here dropping his hands and everything. I'm not even really paying attention.
well, I'm seeing a lot of head work from him.
He is? I mean, maybe I
Yeah,
should
I mean,
concentrate on this.
I mean, I'm a minute behind, but I'm seeing a lot of head work, and it, unlike Bradley's head work, it's good head work.
Okay, I might have to start paying attention. Tracy McGrady. The Tracy McGrady was an animal, man. The injuries really, it really screwed him over. Was the injuries for sure. But I
Yeah,
mean,
some people,
Houston, like he just couldn't make them win a championship. I
some
couldn't
people.
see it.
There's just certain athletes, I don't know what it is, but they really are. And I don't like to think about magic or supernatural forces, but some people are just injury prone.
Look at Derrick Rose. They launched a whole Adidas campaign for him. Like, oh, he's coming back. He's coming back. Strengthen my right knee up, and then all of a sudden, look at the next knee. Like, I think it was the same injury. I think it was an ACL tear, and he's
Yeah.
out.
I mean, and then there's certain guys that go so much harder and they never get injured.
You know what I like to say though, which is kind of funny to me, how Kobe Bryant, right? You always want to make a LeBron and Kobe comparison. When LeBron is hurt, where does he go? He doesn't play. Kobe played injured for almost all of his career. It's either he has some messed up fingers, if it's
Yeah.
not that, his knee's a little messed up. There's always something wrong with Kobe. But he comes out and he performs like he's 105%. But it's like nobody ever realizes that he's angry. Yeah, not that he's angry, but that he's injured. He comes back and he still puts on like as if nothing's wrong with him. Stock at #1 all-time assists and steals, but again, nothing like Magic and Showtime. I mean,
Yeah,
like I said, Steve Nash is my favorite point guard. Stockton, yeah, whatever, I don't care. But Wizards, man,
Yeah.
why you gotta laugh at the Wizards, man? John Wall's the beast.
I remember years ago when Jordan went up there, and it's like, all right, this is gonna be a team now. They've got one guy. That one guy's gonna somehow defeat other teams by himself. The other guys
It's
just
Jordan.
need to be there to pass him the ball.
But it's Jordan. You could do that.
But well, it didn't work out. But that was the belief. Then they before that they thought, oh, he's playing basketball or baseball. Of course he's gonna be good. He was actually better than I thought he was gonna be. Not because I watched, but I would watch the highlights on ESPN. I'm like, damn, Jordan's not doing bad for a guy who doesn't actually play that sport.
Yeah. Man, I see. I don't know what's going on with him. Like he's seriously trying to crowd me. Either that or he just wants me to get counterpunched from something. I'm looking at this now like, hey, what are you doing? Motherfucker's rude as hell. Come on, CeeLo.
I don't know. I'm a minute behind you, so
Yeah, this watch is just like he's been doing this the whole fight. It's like he drops his hands and he just steps a lot. I should probably concentrate on this match. Why don't you tell the people a little bit something? Tell them something different, man.
He's using that real life strategy. I mean, if you're far enough away from a boxer and you kind of feel out his reach, I mean, sometimes you can conserve some of that conditioning by dropping your guard a little bit.
It's more like he's just stepping to step, if anything.
I mean, I don't.
It's
oh,
not
yeah.
really anything timed. It's just, yeah, he's doing it.
Yeah, I mean, but at the same time, because he's doing that, if he wins, you're never gonna hear the end of it.
What, that he was step spamming?
No, not the step spamming. I mean, the fact that he's stepping back, he's dropping his guard, he's kind of.
Oh, he beat me without trying. I see what you're saying.
Like he was cocky and he beat you. He's gonna be able to say.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not sure if he's gonna beat me. I mean, I am winning.
This is exactly what we saw. I hate to keep bringing it up, but that Bradley Mayweather fight. That's all I can think. He must have thought he was up on points, and he kept stepping back. I saw him smiling. He was using the head movement, dropping his guard. He was almost like saying, like, "Is that all you got, Manny? Seriously?"
Right? And it's like, hey, you're not winning this fight right now.
Bradley throwing his gloves into the air at the end of the rounds like he was doing something. I mean, that never works on judges. They never fall for that. When you're losing rounds but you throw your gloves up at the end, there's never a judge that says, oh, well, fuck, that guy must have won the round. He's got his gloves up.
Legend say, man, he wants to hear you preach to us, man. That's what he wants to see. Injury issues, definitely Grant Hill, man. People was like, oh, Grant Hill's going to be the next Jordan. And then Yeah, this should have injury problems. Roy seemed confident until Leonard found his rhythm. Yeah, I don't know what this guy's doing right now. It's CeeLo, man. Like, you can fight better than this.
I remember that Grant Hill got a lot of my friends who usually drank Coke and Pepsi to switch over and start drinking Sprite.
Oh, really?
And because he would do those Sprite commercials. I remember those commercials. Grant Hill drinks Sprite, and then everybody was drinking Sprite.
Yeah. I mean, I like Sprite, period, but I'm just saying, it's better than Coke and Pepsi.
Yeah, I don't drink any of that crap.
I wouldn't call it crap. I mean,
bunch of water with bubbles and sugar in it.
Hey, man, it's carbonated water. Don't disrespect it.
All right, whatever it is, carbonated. I just call them bubbles. I look at that, I'm like, I'm not gonna drink that. I've had it before.
I would like you to come forward. I mean, I've been chasing you this whole time. Come on.
Well, I mean, what's the score look like? Is he winning?
No, I'm winning the fight, but it's like...
Okay, yeah, he probably needs to come forward then.
Yeah,
what round is this?
I want to play a little defensive. I mean, why not?
Just two guys playing defense? No one throwing anything?
I've been thrown for too long, man. I want to relax for a bit.
I mean, Manny did get rocked a couple of times in that last fight, but it was nothing serious.
I mean, I heard his legs went on noodle and spaghetti like, but
yeah, but his legs looked like shit from the first round. They looked good, maybe round 2 or round 3, and it wasn't because he was getting hit. It just to me looked like there was something. The announcers weren't talking about it. I didn't hear anything out of his camp, but his legs looked weak to me. There was something wrong with Manny Pacquiao's legs in that fight
because he was getting hurt. When you got those wild right hands coming at you, man, it's like, yeah, you're bound to get hurt by something. I mean, it's not like Bradley hits like Paulie Malignaggi or something.
He wants a new story about Kerry Washington.
Oh my God, Legend, why? But hold on, before you get to your new story about Kerry Washington, I want to know what Tyler thought about that Bernard Hopkins fight. Roy never fought Leonard. No. We're not talking about Roy fighting Leonard now. We're talking about looking at it right now, like the game that I'm fighting right now. Go back to Mars. But yeah, go ahead.
All right. Well, let me tell you a little story. This isn't about Kerry Washington. This was another girl that I dated years ago. I mean, the amazing looking girl, great personality, knew how to cook. I mean, just had everything going for her. And I was thinking, hey, should I put a ring on that? But of course, you know me, I can't commit. We probably went out for 5 or 6 years, and I think that I was pressuring her a little bit. You know, she liked me, but she didn't like that commitment. And at the same time, she was training to become a pilot. She liked planes and all this stuff. And I remember one time we had this date. It was on Valentine's Day. I knew I was going to propose, and she knew that I was going to propose. And when I went there, I found out that she took off in her plane, and I guess she really just wasn't feeling the whole commitment thing. And this girl's name was Amelia Earhart.
I knew he was going to say this. Arachnid, why? So that means you was alive all the way past 1950.
Yeah, of course. You were there.
So tell everybody your real age, Arachnid.
I'm what? I mean, once you hit like 160, you stop counting. God. I mean, they don't even give me a birthday cake anymore. They just come out with a piece of dough on fire.
Oh, so you was the one up there lynching people during the Salem witch trials, right?
No, I was trying to save those people. They wanted to lynch me.
Oh, so you was the one doing all the witchcraft then?
I was running. Oh yeah, I was running around. I was trying to cut the ropes so the people wouldn't get hung. I was, trying to save people from drowning. A bunch of stuff. Oh no,
you wanted them to continue their witchcraft at work, so you know all about black magic. Watch this man come around with like 100,000 subs in the next 10 weeks, and just like, I don't know what happened. I just blew up. You know, he was up there doing all his witchcraft and everything else that he does.
I can tell you right now, if black magic or any of that stuff could really do that, I'm sure there'd be people doing that, sprinkling glitter and stuff on their keyboard.
Oh my God.
Or I mean, what? I don't know what people do. Listen.
Right, Reeves looks at Arachnid. I figured that out. Oh, my bad. But yeah, I'm really taking over. I don't know what CeeLo's doing right now. Maybe he's just setting me up for late game, y'all. I don't know.
I guess. I mean, what round is this?
He's like he's like Andre Berto right now. He's trying to use the Philly show.
Do you even know which round this is?
7.
Oh, 7th round. All right.
Yeah, but even Terrell saying it in the comment section, man. I took over. I don't know what he's doing right now.
Well, you should have him on Skype with you, so you guys could talk strategy and figure out what he's doing.
I mean, he's probably gonna get mad at me, like, especially he's probably. I think CeeLo probably might talk trash, so I'm not in for all that.
Yeah, I was playing a game with him the other day, and he was talking trash.
Yeah, I'm not into all that. Like, if you want to trash talk, you do you, but
yeah, I mean,
I don't care for that.
Yeah, I'm sitting there. I'm like, your mic's on, right? Like,
right?
I can hear you.
Oops! I hit the PlayStation button by an accident.
Oh, you gonna make excuses now?
No, I seriously hit the PlayStation button, like.
Okay. See, I think what you need to do is go ahead and get an Xbox then, so the button's up higher.
Oh my god, I don't need that. It's one mistake. It happens.
What happened? You dropped him?
Yeah, that's the way I dropped him, though.
All right. Well, when we see it in about 6 minutes, I'm sure we'll laugh at it too.
Right? It sounds so real. Wait, why y'all believe in Arachnid right now? I figured out. Like, why would anybody believe Arachnid and his crazy stories? Like,
oh yeah, me and Pacquiao were hanging out the other day.
oh my god.
I'd like to spar with Pacquiao a little bit. The thing is, when I slap box with Pacquiao, like, he likes to run. Oh damn! Look at the guy's head when he got knocked out.
Right? I was laughing at, like, what happened?
It's like it looked like he was gonna fall back, but then came forward like Ric Flair.
Yeah, he said "woo" on his way to the ground too, like "woo," and it just fell.
He knocked the bleach off his head.
Yeah, so we won in the fight pretty easily. 5 rounds to 2. We'll let CeeLo come forward and do his thing now. Let's see. I wanted to try fighting a bit more defensive, so that's what we're gonna look to do this round. We got that Philly show guard, so it should be pretty easy to play defense. I mean, I'm really wondering what it is that he's doing right now, though. Cause
I don't know. You
I'm
might
pretty sure he'll have his guard up.
You might have to talk to him after and figure out.
Yeah, because he doesn't normally fight like this.
Well, he might have handed the controller to somebody. You might be fighting his brother.
I mean, maybe. I'm not sure what he's doing right now.
All right, yeah, that's not working out for him.
Yeah, not exactly sure what he's doing in terms of strategy here. Like, if he was going to do something different, you might as well should change it up already by now. Trying to get that little Bernard Hopkins jab going in right now.
I don't know why Tyler can't admit he liked that Pacquiao impersonation. Not that it was. I mean, that was really Pacquiao. I don't know.
Oh, so now it's an impression. See, I told y'all when he did it last stream that it was a lie.
I'm saying that was Pacquiao doing Pacquiao, but it was really him.
So he impersonated himself.
Yeah. You know how people do that.
Arachnid, please.
I see a lot of blood on your trunks, by the way.
That's his.
Oh, no. I'm going to have to check out your forehead during the...
You ain't gonna check out nothing. You better go continue to check out your imaginary Kerry Washington. I don't know what you're talking about.
Better get that Fight Night round 3 in there and clean some of that up.
Right. Ooh.
Start rubbing the cold compress on there.
Ooh, nice counter. Oh, you looking for that left hook major now.
I see CeeLo's
Leonard got the right hand
back.
though. Huh?
Said CeeLo's got the controller back.
You sure about that? I don't think it changed anything. Arachnid, you still cool with Pac-Man? What? Pac-Man really is on his last 2-4 fights. Okay, let's talk about this. I'm tired of people saying this.
Yeah, I talked about this before.
He looks fantastic. I don't know why people keep saying he has 2 to 4 fights. The guy probably has 10 fights left him in if he wants. Like, he can go till he's 40. I can see that happen. Like, He's so good right now. I don't know why people will say he's on his last 2 to 4 fights. Nobody not see the last fight? How you just watch Bradley miss?
To be honest with you, people just say that, I think, because of his age, because he's 35. But the truth of the matter is, if you took a 20-year-old boxer who was that good, nobody would be saying, "Oh, yeah, he's probably only got 2 or 3 fights left."
Yeah, look, I don't agree with you at all. I think Manny's got quite a few fights. He has as many fights as he wants as long as he keeps fighting this style. He doesn't even get hit that much anymore. Like with Freddie Roach as his trainer, you can tell how much better he is defensively. Like, okay, yeah, he got rocked in the Bradley's fight, but, you know, Bradley's one of those fighters that's going to bring it. And when you're going to bring it, anybody's bound to get hurt on any given night. I mean, Bernard Hopkins dropped, what was his name, Shimanoff in his last fight. And Hopkins hadn't had a knockdown in 10 years.
When you start to get older, your cardio starts to go. But, I mean, I saw him, he went 12. I mean, Pacquiao went 12 rounds and looked fresh.
And you see him in the middle of the corner, like he's sitting there smiling, talking to Freddie Roach. Like, the dude's conditioned. Like, I don't know why people say that, man. He's got plenty left in him. Plenty. It's like people saying, oh, you know, Mayweather's 35 or 36 now, so Mayweather only has like 2 fights or 3 fights left in him. I don't see nobody saying that about Mayweather.
Well, and again, we talk about the evolution of the sport. I think, you know, listen, the things that the people do now, the training, the supplements, the eating, the sleeping, the rest periods, there's been so much tested over the years that, I mean, the trainers and the cornermen have this down to a science now. And a boxer is going to be able to have a longer and longer career. So just because a guy is 35 now, it's not like he was, you know, 35 and we're talking about him boxing in, you know, 1940. It's a whole different ball game now.
Yeah. Everything's a lot different. I'm sitting here like, how long have we been streaming?
Yeah,
the last almost 3 hours.
It might have been slightly longer than that.
No, I'm looking at it now. It's 2 hours and 47 minutes. Like, okay. Yeah, he's got nothing left. I don't know what happened to CeeLo this fight, but yeah. That constant stepping definitely drained his stamina. He should have just stuck behind his guard. I don't know what he was doing, in all honesty, this fight. Get my rematch in with Loco, see if it actually ends proper now. Now it's 1 PKO. That was weird.
Well, I don't know. I guess now you get to at least talk to him in a email, figure out what was going on.
Yeah, maybe we can have a comment. He's gonna come to the comment session, I'm sure of it.
Yeah. Well, he might have this on in the background, so please come to the comment section so we can.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened to him. I'll get in the corner. I mean, like.
Yeah.
I'm not waiting for you to say something. I'm over here like trying to concentrate just a wee bit.
No, I'm reading the comments and I'm trying to make sense out of them, but like a what?
They're talking to each other also, so which is really cool.
Because I'm sitting here. Manny only for God and people. Fraud greedy.
That was a beautiful slip right there, though.
No, maybe he's typing this on a PlayStation controller. You know how it is. You try to cut words out and stuff.
Oh my God. Why are you insulting the man, though? He's gonna come back at you, man. He's not gonna like that.
All right. Well, I mean, who was racist earlier?
I was not being racist. You was the one calling people Muhammad.
Unbelievable. Me? I said his name was Gregory.
That's even more racist. You trying to say he was white?
No. Hey, he might, like I said, he might have been one of those college kids who got upset about something and decided to grow a beard and go over there.
I mean, whatever. Man, only for God. And people for how greedy he will pay. Ah, okay, I see what he's saying. Man needs KO on purpose. Pac-Man has not recovered from that punch heard from around the world. Oh my God. I'm done, Loco. I'm done. You do what you want, man. You say what you want. And we end up knocking out CeeLo here, though. Not one of his better fights.
Okay.
Check the stat percentage. Definitely doesn't really reflect his usual performances.
Yeah.
So you can do it without spamming the straight right hand, guys. Look at that. Only 86 straight. The straight right hand was my least throwing punch. Can do it without it. God, he threw 246 straights. Logan,
so, I
we want
mean,
to have a conversation, CeeLo.
yeah. So the fight did have an adequate amount of straights. It's just it was one-sided.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, not exactly sure what happened that fight. Yeah, too gassed. Yeah, you kept stepping all over the place, man. Like, if you come to the comment section after this fight, man, like, you had better. I don't know what you did last fight. No, boxing IQ's on. Let's see if I can get spammed. Why not?
Yeah, Tyler, I did read that comment, but I don't really know what's going on there. Manny KO on purpose, not knowing on purpose to get fraud, to be so not afraid. All right, I'll agree with that. I don't know what he said, but
I don't understand it neither. Well, we're gonna fight boxing IQ now. This ought to be fun. Ooh, I want to fight with Kodo. He's using Manny.
Now let's talk about Kodo because, we're sitting here, we're talking about the age of Manny and saying, oh, he's gonna retire soon, even though he's in his prime. What about Kodo?
Kodo. Kodo's doing. He won his last fight. He has his fight against Sergio Martinez. So this ought to be good to see what happened. FightNightsFinest, please understand, Manny is not a killer anymore. Yeah, okay. Let's talk about this, cause this just like the way I see this is like this. You got yeah, that's the analogy I want to use. Let's take an outside fighter for example. During the prime of his career, he's all around the ring. He's moving well. He's up on his toes. He's looking good. And then when he gets to around 30 years old, why he's a little younger. Why he's a little older, he's not up on his toes anymore. He's a bit more flat-footed, moving around the ring. He relies on that experience and the things that he's seen in the ring. And, he relies a little bit more on his blocking. And relies a little bit more on his head movement. And, he's still a very effective fighter. He relies on that left jab to keep people out. It's like Hopkins now, man.
Oh.
You can look at that as a way to say, yeah, Manny may not be knocking people out anymore, even though he can, but he's getting some nice quick combinations. He's throwing tons of punches, and then what does he do afterwards? He moves out a little bit. He goes for a little walk around the block, walks downtown for a little bit, goes into a few shops, drink a cup of coffee, and then, he gets back into work, and he goes back out and do what he has to do. That's the way I look at Manny Pacquiao now. It's like he doesn't have to be knocking people out to be a great fighter. Look, Floyd hasn't had a knockdown since Victor Ortiz. A knockout since Victor Ortiz. So it's like, hey, you don't have to have a knockout to be a good fighter or knockout power to
right. And certainly not in a world where people are calling Floyd Mayweather, the greatest boxer, and he's not a knockout artist. But it doesn't matter because the sweet science is there and he knows what he's doing. But I would also say about Manny Pacquiao, like we were saying before, how fighters evolve. You were talking about Ali, how he was when he was young versus, after he came back. Sometimes you have to switch up your strategy. Maybe that's why some guys retire, because they don't want to switch up their strategy, and they realize that they're not going to win with that strategy they've been using.
Why did I do this to myself? All right, guys. We're all boxing fans in this stream. I want to know from the fans, what do you guys think? Spammer or not? Tell me what you guys think if this dude is spamming or if he's fighting.
All right, let me watch, see what's going on.
I want to know what everybody thinks. What they're seeing, spammer or a clean boxer. Because I feel like the people who watch the stream, they know exactly what it goes down when it comes to boxing. Is this boxing or is this spammer Rooney?
Well, I'm seeing a lot of left uppercuts and I'm seeing a lot of straights.
So that's what Arachnid's seeing. Let's see what everybody else in the comment section is seeing.
I mean, I don't know what's going on at the part of the match you're at, but
pretty much the same thing.
I mean, he's got that nice. I wouldn't even say a two-punch combo because it's not. It's not a combo. It's one and then the next.
Yeah.
But he has mastered those two punches.
I will say that too.
Wow.
This actually might be a lot funner than I thought. I get it. He's doing a Manny talking English comment. I get it, Loco. Thank you. That's a good. That's good. Pacquiao's more defensively responsible, and he's actually very good on defense now. Yeah. A three-way Skype right now. You want to join? That'll be unfair to everybody else, though, Loco. Like, I mean, that's up to Arachnid if he wants to do a three-way Skype with Loco.
Yeah, we can let him in.
All right. Oh, yeah. Snap.
Guy actually connected with one of those Counter-Strike uppercuts, though. Right?
No, he's going to connect plenty with those. It's just he's going to connect with those. That's bound to land.
I mean, okay, let's say that's how this guy fights every match. Isn't the game boring at that point where you just go in, you throw the same two punches every match?
Oh, I would assume it would be.
I mean, is it that fun winning and getting to see that little video?
He's switching it up now. I'm liking what I'm seeing from him now. Just a bit. I would like to see that jab a little more, though.
Maybe that's a new strategy. Like the first couple of rounds, he makes you think he's a spammer, so you get complacent, and then he shows up with the heat.
Yeah, possibly. I mean, it's like as straight as his jab. Like, I would assume.
I mean, have you ever done something like that? I'm not saying spamming, but in the first round, intentionally use a different strategy to throw a guy off during his feeling out process?
I mean, no. I mean, during my feeling out process, I don't put all my arsenal out there, but I definitely don't do this. I mean, he's changing up a lot now. So, it's just like one punch. It's not really a lot of combos, but... Yeah. I guess I can agree with that. What's people in the comment section saying?
Well, sidestepping spammer, Loco saying, Tyler saying pretty much the same thing.
Because I'm looking at this like, I know people are gonna say some other things, but it's like you look at this and it's like, yeah, he's just pretty much sidestepping and throwing a punch.
And now, okay. So I'm assuming this guy's not going to win unless he, gets you with like a counter flash knockout or something. But do you think
he's definitely going to win this fight? I mean, I'm going to try to change things. If I need to concentrate for a bit.
Okay, let me ask you this question. We'll ask this to everyone in the chat room. Do we think this is a guy who, after the fight, is going to send FightNightsFinest a good game comment?
He probably. I think it's gonna come.
Because I get that, I play like other games. I get some of those spammy people and just doing cheap shit, and then they'll send me that good game
comment. Like, are you serious?
It's almost like
Did you see the video insult. I put out about that?
Like, I mean, yeah.
Oh, another live thing fight Friday, man.
Talking about what we were talking about earlier when we were talking about sometimes the boxer not wanting to duck a guy, but the people in his camp, his managers wanting to. Mm-hmm. I know for a fact that happens with a lot of boxers when there's a southpaw looking for a fight. A lot of people do not want their fighters boxing against southpaws.
Yeah, because southpaws are something special, man. You're not seeing, it's so much different from how most people are. That's how left-handed people are, I think it's like 20% left-handed people to 80% right-handed people. So,
yeah,
there's something special. Look at Michael Vick. And who does what Michael Vick does?
Right. I mean, well, look at Barack Obama. He's left-handed.
Yeah.
I
think
he's
black.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I mean, isn't that what they say? Like all black people named Obama who have been elected president in the history of this country, they're all left-handed.
Yeah.
I've heard that. It's a crazy coincidence.
He's right, though. Or, no, whoever said it's right.
think it was me who said it.
Oh wow, so you're just making up analogies on your own and quoting it as a famous person.
Yeah, I like to put stuff out on the internet, and then a year or two later, when I read it, I just assume it's fact, and I start spreading the word.
Oh, so you're like one of those BS artists. Hold on. Let's check the comments. Pack speed and power is always a threat. LOL arachnid spamming strategy. I mean, it could be. I mean, like think about it. Like, oh, I just look at this as like, man, I can't play the game like this. Let's try going southpaw. I'm gonna try to box for a little bit. I'll let Arachnid talk to you guys straight for the next 2 minutes. Loco, if you want to get out some on Skype, leave it in the chat.
I mean, seriously, this is like a match. Can you imagine if somebody sent us this match and it went 12 rounds and they said, you don't have to answer, and they said, oh yeah, do some commentary over this. I mean, we'd call the action for the first round, and then we'd be talking about our favorite party tricks and which cars we liked growing up and Hot Wheels we had. I mean,
and what kind of girls do you prefer? Stuff like that. Like, because it's like, what do you, like, seriously, the whole time?
Yeah, but Tyler, what I'm saying is there are a lot of southpaw fighters. Well, there's not a lot of southpaw fighters, but there are a lot of southpaw fighters who find it hard to get fights because a lot of opponents don't train for that. And I hate to say it, but they're southpaw fighters, and I know if they fought orthodox, they wouldn't be as successful just because the skill isn't there, and they wouldn't be able to catch people from that weird angle with the power shots the way they do.
Yeah, take SLR, for example. He didn't want to fight Hagler.
Yeah, and it's not just boxing. I mean, I also see it in MMA.
Yeah, that too. See, even in wrestling.
Well, the thing that throws people off in wrestling is, you know, we talk about, I know we're not supposed to talk about him, but a guy like Chris Benoit in professional wrestling, or there's a number of guys like him in amateur wrestling, and if you look at Benoit, you'll notice that unlike most wrestlers, he could take moves from both sides. He could do lariats from both sides. He would, you know, if a guy had him in a waist lock, he wouldn't just do a standing switch to the left. He would go to the right. He could take that crippler crossface from both sides. And I see that not only in pro wrestling, and it pisses guys off, but it pisses guys off in amateur wrestling as well. And I can tell you, as a guy who's done some amateur wrestling, it does throw you off when people are southpaws.
Right? Hold on, let's talk about this comment right here. I'm looking at this like, yeah. Hey, yo, if you can beat him, IQ is the spamming king. But if you can beat it, you are skill spamming king versus sim king. I mean, I've beaten IQ one time. But it was 95-93. That's the one and only time I've beaten him. And I haven't beaten him after that. They aren't joking either. They think they're not ruining the game. Like, if it's like, no, and Tyler said he didn't disagree about the left hand and southpaws. He doesn't disagree. But it's like this right here. This right here. It's like, first of all, if anybody knows how to use Manny Pacquiao, he's basically unstoppable. 97 strength. And the guy's fast. You know, he's got good footwork. He's got good defense. Manny's hard to deal with already. Just being picked against a Manny Pacquiao, whether you're a noob or not, there's that chance of you catching a knockout. And then it's like, then you just got to do everything in your power to cheat the way through the game. It's like,
people will, if there's enough people doing something wrong, it'll ruin a game. We saw that on Need for Speed Most Wanted.
See, the thing I want to talk about, though, and Tyler, I would like your opinion, and, you know, Legend and everybody else in the comment section. It's like, why is it do you think most people accept this type of play on Fight Night? Why do you think most people accept this? Like, you know, oh, it's not that bad, or, you know, he is doing, you know, they look for the benefit of the doubt and stuff. That's the thing I want to discuss. Why does the general population on Fight Night let people get away with this kind of thing? And then that'll lead me into my to my big Fight Night champion news.
Okay, well, the general, for the most part, and I didn't play this game much, but for the most part, from what I experience and what I see from other people who go into OWC, most people fight a style that's not a sim style, so it's hard for them to call someone out for fighting a style that's not a sim file. Sims, and I'm starting to talk like you. Anyway.
Whoa. What you trying to say, though?
I'm just
I can articulate myself very well.
just trying to say that Porky Pig school of diction.
Oh, you trying to say I stutter a lot? If I'm busy doing something, it's kind of hard to formulate all your thoughts at one time. Talking pretty clear now, though, right?
Well, yeah, because now you're trying to impersonate me.
I'm not trying to impersonate. I don't impersonate you. So you saying Barack Obama sounds like Porky the Pig?
Well, why are you bringing Barack Obama in?
No, because I'm trying to figure out if somebody stutters every now and again. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I know. I stutter all the time.
No, you don't.
This is, you know what? This is something interesting for you to think about. Sometimes I don't stutter, and then sometimes I constantly stutter, but I feel like a lot of the time when I constantly stutter, like when I'm doing inside the commentator studio, it's because I'm trying to bring about an air of hesitation. You know what I'm saying?
So you stutter on purpose.
I think it's not on purpose, but I think there's something psychological going on up there, because why is it I can do a whole throwdown and not stutter, but once I start doing inside the actor studio, I sound like Bob Newhart?
Well, maybe it's because you're trying to get a certain type of response out of somebody.
Yeah, it helps pull them out, and I think it also helps them think because it gives them a little bit more time. But anyway, the other thing is, the people don't recognize that the people are not fighting a sim style. They don't know what a sim style is, so they can't complain about it. They know when they lose, they complain.
Well, Legend says that it makes the game more interesting. I mean, to me, it makes the game more boring. Like, you got the same guy doing the same thing. Like, step, uppercut, step, straight. It's like, I mean, if you legitimately step after every punch you throw, and a step obviously increases the accuracy of your punch because it's changing the angle. Like, do you not see how much of an exploit that is? You try that in a real fight, like we talked about on the podcast. I want to see somebody sidestep uppercut me in a real fight.
See, but it's not that they necessarily don't recognize something as being an exploit. It's the fact that you're trying to be a sim fighter and they're trying to be a fighter that wins. So when they see that thing that actually is an exploit, they don't see it as an exploit. They see it as something they can use. It's just a tool to them that works that they can keep going back to.
Possibly so. Maybe so.
You know, with a lot of people, it's not that they understand boxing and they're sim fighters, but they're trying to be cheap. It's that they don't understand boxing. They probably just came over here from playing Marvel vs. Capcom.
Let's see. Let's look at shake my head. Fight night. Stop trying to be like a wreck. Reese, plus. That's all I gotta say about that. This guy in particular is that I will try to beat him as a challenge. I will get much further to your left where he can't touch you with his left, and you can beat him, bro. I mean, if I sit down and probably concentrate, I don't know. Maybe I could. It's like that cheat level to me where if I can beat this insane Battletoad level of a fighter, it's like, I mean,
yeah.
All right, let's see if we can win these remaining rounds. I'm gonna let Arachnid talk to you. I'm gonna really try to concentrate and win this.
That's gonna be a new term. I guess he got that from the podcast because Red Eye Jedi was talking about how he actually beat the original Battletoads game that I sure as hell couldn't beat, even though I loved that game, and so very few people could. So I guess if you're on that Battletoads level, that means, you're sick. Like, it's hard to beat.
Yeah, I guess so.
But yeah, let me, like I was saying before, it's not just this game. It's also Need for Speed Most Wanted. I was playing that with FightNightsFinest, and we were playing with Chaos. And it was just the three of us, and we're doing races all day, talking on the headset, having a great time, having a blast with the game. The game looks great, and once you get used to the way the cars handle, it's pretty enjoyable. It's Burnout Paradise 2 pretty much. But the second you go online, and it's because the game developers encouraged it, you get more points for doing a takedown than you do for winning races. So it's actually possible that if there's 5 people racing, the guy who came in number 5, because he took so many people down and slammed people into walls, and also if he finished number 4, he made that U-turn after he came through the finish line and then headed back and took out the guy who's number 5. And it completely ruins the online experience. And then when you put the headset on, you talk to these people on a racing game and you ask them what the hell you doing, they think there's something wrong with you for asking them that, because they're like, hey, I'm just trying to win. It's like, yeah, I'm trying to win a race. I'm not going to feel good, if I win this and I did it on points from doing takedowns but didn't win any of the races. And it's the same thing on this game, or if you go on any of the other fighting games, people just do cheap shit. I remember who it was, either Sub-Zero. Yeah,
Oh God! Oh, don't. Hold on. I'm gonna talk about that after this round, though.
all right. It might have been Sub-Zero or Scorpion, but I just remember back in the day he had that little "get over here," and then he would duck down and do that uppercut.
Yeah,
And
that's Scorpion for sure.
it was like, come on, are you really happy that you won that? Like, you're really gonna celebrate that?
Right?
That cheap. I have to spend the whole match just staying in this spot and jumping up so I can avoid that little grappling hook or whatever that is.
Pick only spots to trade where you can land hooks. Don't trade uppercuts with him. Just like you said, try to beat him despite the bullshit. Okay, I mean, I'm not sure if that's. I mean, with Duran, he's a little slower. Doesn't have as much power. I got the 7-pound weight advantage, but it doesn't really. It's not a big difference with the 7-pound weight advantage as it is with the 13.
Yeah, I'm not even really paying attention to the score or anything.
Yeah, I come up with that kind of strategy on my own, Tyler, and it's like, it works sometimes, and it's like, sometimes it's like you can't do anything about it.
Well, I mean, also when you're talking strategy and the guy might have you on and he's listening to you in the speakers,
I mean, I
that's
don't
not.
care if he's listening to me. I could care less. I want him to know what he's doing is wrong, but
Yeah, but I'm saying he's listening to your strategy and he's like, all right, if I just keep doing what I'm doing. God damn, that's really the score?
Yeah. You see the way this fight has been going?
Oh man. Yeah.
Oh, good counter. I'll give him that. That one was pretty timed pretty well. Rest of them. I love this game Fight Night. I've been around for a very long time on this game. I really hate spammers, but love that challenge. I don't like the challenge, bro. I hate the challenge. Like, I feel like I shouldn't have to take that challenge in the first place.
I mean, when I used to play EA MMA, there were spammers on there, but of course you could do double legs. There were things, if they were spamming a punch standing up, you could take them on the ground. But at the same time, it was still annoying, and it got to the point where you kind of looked for certain people on the game, and you started adding people to your friends list, and you had that community. Of course, there were a lot less spammers. If you go to Online World Championship here, and it's just kind of... What percent of people do you think in OWC are spammers versus sim fighters who don't spam?
I'd probably say like 15% sim fighters, and like the rest is pretty much just spammers.
Damn.
That's pretty much how it is, man. It's so hard to come in a fight where a guy's not spamming.
Yeah, we were talking...
can't. I don't like the challenge, man. Like, I honestly, Loco, like, I understand your point, but why should I have to go through this challenge in the first place?
Yeah.
Especially if you watch boxing. I feel like if you watch boxing, this right here, this should make you upset. Like, this will make me sick to sit here and fight like this. Can I do it? Absolutely. I mean, I'll do it next round just to prove my point. But yeah, because this is a shorter round, I'm gonna do it just to prove my point. Like, it's like, do you know how sickening this is? Like, to just one uppercut and one straight and then sidestep, like just sidestep before every punch and just keep sidestepping like this, like this, like this, and then come in, bang, and then throw an uppercut. Like, you know how easy that is to do? There's nothing hard about spamming in the first place. Like, spamming is so easy. Your grandma can do it. I might get somebody in here to do it just to prove my point. Like, it's so simple.
I think there's, like you said before, there's a lot of people who will spam and then they'll swear up and down that, hey, I'm not
this
doing
is
anything
normal.
wrong.
This is good. I'm not spamming.
This is what I always see. Friday Night Fights. I see this every week.
Yeah, this is what we do.
Yeah, they've never seen a fight where a guy didn't sidestep and throw 40 uppercuts. or 200 power straights. Oh.
Like, imagine if I had a full fight like this on my channel, guys. Just me going in there like this.
I don't think the people would make it.
I don't think I would have any subscribers.
Well, and this is exactly the kind of fight that people like to post. Like, the other guy might post this on his channel.
He can post if he likes. I mean,
but I'm
this
saying
is what you do.
He's gonna post it on, hey man, I took this guy and beat the shit out of him every round. Look at the scorecard. This guy just can't hang with me. This is how you do it. Like this might be his tutorial for winning an OWC that he might put on his channel.
But next time you stream Fight Night, okay, we could definitely do that. You streaming Thursday, mate? Cause I'm going to bed. Yeah, I'm streaming Thursday, Reese. I know this is a lot later than we usually stream, so I'm glad you actually stick around for this long. I appreciate that very much.
Yeah, Reese. I'm gonna drop that that link in your email later on, or send it to you some way.
Mm-hmm. See, like, look, being a boxing freak, seeing Duran drop like Pac or Cotto is Hearns. Come on now, Hagler never knocked down legitimate in his career and gets dropped with weak shit. Yeah, I mean, you look at games like this and it's like, they didn't really do a good job of recreating the fighters stylistically. I mean, you get a guy just doing this the whole fight. I bet I'll be a beast too. Like, I'm probably gonna win one of these rounds because I'm spamming and I'll run afterwards. Like, I mean, what's the chance of me losing a fight if I'm just running and throwing sidestep uppercuts and straights? Like, tell me what you guys think about this. Like, just seeing a guy do this for like 5 rounds straight is just like, hey, come on, anybody can do this. And
well, I think the guy's happy with himself. He's looking at the scorecards and he's he's like, oh shit, this is working again. I'm gonna assume again because I'm gonna assume this is, like I said before, what he does every fight.
Well, of course this has to be what he does every fight. I mean, well, I know for a fact IQ does this every fight, but I'm just saying, like, this is ridiculous. It gets to the point where it's like, I couldn't even play the game like this for a full 30, 20 minutes. And, like, most of your fights are going to go the distance, too. That's the sad part. Yeah.
Well, I wonder if this guy actually belongs to a sparring gym where he boxes with other friends he has, and I don't know if this is. Can you imagine that being your training
when you're hitting the gloves in real life? Sidestep, uppercut, good, good, and you're hitting the pads, and this is what your trainer's teaching you to do.
I mean, that's gonna help with your cardio, though.
Not really. You get more work doing those 5-6 punch combinations.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're throwing like power straights and you're really putting everything into it, that you're not going to learn combinations. You're not going to learn footwork. You're not going to learn a lot of things. But if you're just looking to burn calories.
I mean, why not?
Oh, that's right. I've got his Twitter.
Well, come on, Arachnid. Get yourself together.
All right, night Reese. I had to post that in the comment section and say it because I know it'll show up in the comment section way before he hears it, and he might be in bed already.
He just said goodnight in the chat, actually. So as we can see here, I actually won the last round spamming my ass off. So as you can see, it's very possible. 277 straights, 158 left uppercuts.
Okay, so
even though I started spamming right uppercuts, I only had 90.
Okay, so
took me that long to get 132.
Jabbar in the comment section, he's asking, is it true that Mayweather said he doesn't want to fight Pac-Man and he wants to retire undefeated? I read this online.
I mean, I doubt that very much. Mayweather would not. First of all, he's a prideful guy. So he's cocky and he wanted. See? There it is. There it is. Yeah. Good fight, champ.
Oh, he really? I told you. He sent him that good fight message.
Yeah, of course he was going to, but I mean, I know IQ. I mean, he's a nice guy and everything, but his style, don't.
Yeah, I've never actually. I don't know if I ever called any of his matches, so I don't think I ever watched any of his matches. I mean, I've heard his name, and I knew when he started kind of getting more fights with that group of people, but I don't know too much about him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
I
we're
mean,
gonna end the stream now, though.
all right.
I'm off
By
Fight
the way,
Night.
before we go, I feel the same way. I don't think Mayweather said that. That's got to be a rumor. Mayweather would never, even if that's true, Mayweather would never admit that.
Yeah, he would never admit to losing a fight or thinking that somebody can beat him. That's just the honest truth behind things. It's probably gonna make me go sign out, but in just in case if it doesn't, I want to say thank you to everybody for watching the stream today. Reeves, Reese, Local P420, Red Eye Jedi, I Am Legend, of course Tyler leaving the most comments by far. We should give out like stuff during the stream. Terrell Banks,
Potato chips.
yeah, CeeLo coming out. Why not? I eat them all the time. Jamie, Gary, all you guys stopped by the stream today. Truly do appreciate that. But we're gonna stop here. It's been your boy, Fight Night's Finest. Make sure you check out ArachnidSoul. You see his link in the description. Also that watermark, that trademark watermark in the bottom left hand corner of the screen. Signing off. And I'm off this. Peace.